everyone, and welcome to this session of revising Ryuutama with these wonderful people around me. Before we say hello to them all, let's go through our station announcements. First of all, we have our social links. Go and check out our Discord, our Twitter, and our YouTube, where you can find you can find a safe, inclusive community where you can talk about TTRPGs and all these other wonderful things. You can send me a DM and I'll find you a game in one of our 5 viewer games, including this one, which is a JRPG anime style game, which is a ton of fun. Or you can go and check out the videos that we have played through the week, and they will all be uploaded before we hit the show next week. In fact, I think they'll all be uploaded in finality by Tuesday. What else do we have? We have a Patreon, everyone. We recently stably hit our $500 goal. You know, we didn't just hit it, we kept it. So thank you so much, everyone, to all your support. It's an amazing show of support, and I am very, very grateful. We also have merchandise. You can go and check out our merchandise over on Redbubble. There are sometimes codes. I think there's a sticker code right now. I didn't really see it. It was confusing. It might not affect my merch or not, but check it out in a way. It'd be cool. We also have sponsors. Check out Bird in the Storm Publishing. Bird in the Storm Publishing create content for D&D and other TTRPGs, including the module Clearing the Midnight Wield, which we played recently through Christmas time, and you can find that on the YouTube. Sam, I don't know what this is, but I love it. Here it comes. Mage Hand Press. Check out the Dark Matter Alpha, which is the product of the Mage Hand Press. It's where we play completely legitimate business at Thursdays at 10 PM EST. It's essentially a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e. So we can play D&D in space. It's a ton of fun. It is a ton of fun. Also check out our panels below the screen. There are panels for arasavad.com, tabletoploot.com, and ruinc.com. So if you want to go and get yourself some D&D accessories, some dice, or some maps and cartography, go and check out one of those, and I have discount codes for every single one. There's also a panel dedicated to our artist, who is Ambly. She is responsible for definitely this poster and overlay, but also most of the others as well. Very worth checking her out. She's an amazing artist. What else do we have? A tweet. That's what we have. We have a tweet. Every 10 retweets, we will gift one of these players the equivalent of a £10 donation, which grants a random potion for them to drink without really knowing what it does. That's half the fun, right? That's enough from me, so why don't we go around and say hello to our wonderful players. Let's go clockwise around the screen. Let's start with Talenia. Oh, hi, Rachel. How are you? And who are you playing?
Hi. I'm good. I'm super good. I am Rachel. I'm Talenia. I'm going to be I am going to be playing Keo Akishime this evening, and super excited because last week's was so adorable and so fun, and the system just kicks ass, y'all. So it's great.
Truth. Thank you. Next around, we have Kentucky Hawkeye. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone-wise on this island Earth. I'm Kentucky Hawkeye, and I'm going to be playing a character named Finn McCool. At least that's his name for short. You don't want to hear the long version unless you got a little bit of time. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to it so much. Next, we have D&D Elise. Oh, hi, Elise.
Hey everyone, I'm D&D Elise. I'm having DM skill rating and one day back to streaming. Today I am playing Artemis.
Awesome. Sorry for that quick bit of noise there, everyone. Ignore that. That's not relevant at all. Next around, we have Punicornucopia. Oh, hi.
Hi. That's not the name my parents gave me. I'm Elsa. And today I am very excited to go back to my roots. And I'm playing Dahlia Potts.
Dahlia Potts. Ooh, lovely. And lastly around, with a reroll carried over from last week, we have Sam Mdaz. Oh, hi, Sam.
Hi, I'm glad you mentioned that because I definitely would have never caught on to the fact that I still have a reroll.
Wasn't a low-key reminder. That.
No, not at all. I'm Sam Mdaz. I will be playing young Philip Guy, who is a photographer who hails from Germany, and has turned into a goblin and apparently stayed that way. And that was not just decided 5 seconds ago.
As you can tell from my raised eyebrows of non-shock.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's me.
So you stayed a goblin, which is interesting as we move into a new setting this week. So cut the music, everyone. Cut the music. There is no room for peace and quiet here. What are we doing? Nope. At the end of last week, you cured a village, and when you cured the village, there was a brief moment where a vortex-style portal opened, and the pair of you ran and jumped through. As you jumped through, you landed in what looked like a modern-day city with a truck about 2 feet from you. Let's start the session with a hard exercise check. That was a bit anticlimactic, that noise. Okay, so a 7 is pretty good. And a 13 is, I believe that's like a pro. I'll just quickly double check that. Because I obviously am a professional and definitely have the quick ref sheet open. That'd be why I'm not spelling it right. There we go. So yes, scroll. A 13, yeah, you're probably famous in your town for how you jumped this. So you are surprised when the truck hits you. Both. And there is a very strange moment as you do not go flying along the road. Instead, you pass through the front fender, and the truck passes through you as you stand with your chest about here on the floor, looking around at all these people taking their bus wherever they're going, none of whom seem to notice the pair of you.
I thought we were done with this.
Yeah, aren't we back?
That's what I thought. I mean...
And why are we sunk in a road? hang on. I'd probably try and stand normally on it.
Yeah, once the truck passes, you are standing normally on the tarmac.
Okay. Well, shall we get out of the road for now? And you're still a little kitty cat person.
I am?
Yeah, you're adorable.
I'm always adorable. What are you talking about?
I mean, you're more adorable.
Oh, hey, you knew that I was adorable.
Mm-hmm. Anything to get us out of the road. Now, come on.
I guess. And I guess I'll follow you, but I'll like stay there slightly a little too long in the middle of the road.
Yeah, cars pass through you. Yeah, they just pass through you as though you are not there. Like you are a ghost.
Young, did we die?
I mean, it's entirely possible. This
'Cause-
whole thing has been.
I have I have far too much to do to die now.
I mean, I don't know if I would be that upset with dying now. I would like to explore more places, but
But like, yeah, if like there would be so many things you didn't see, and I had so much I wanted, it's so much to do. This can't be it. We're just not home yet. That's all.
where's home for you though?
I mean, I like to think well, when I say same place as you, I mean same version of the world, maybe?
Is this what this is this all just different versions of everything?
I don't know. I mean, you've heard about like parallel universes and things, right? What if it's that?
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean that makes sense, or like some time travel stuff. But I don't
Shit.
know. This is all freaky.
No, it can't be time travel because I think we would know if like magic and like cat goblins and stuff had been a thing.
I don't know. You've heard those like Loch Ness stories and stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess. But wait, when I went to the first place, that last place, I went into a machine first, and there was this bright light, and that was when I woke up in that field next to you. So maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe someone's been messing with stuff.
I'm not sure.
No.
Is there any like newspaper stands or anything around? You know, this isn't a cliche how to get the date.
There is, in fact, a coin-operated newspaper stand nearby. The sort of coin in the top, open the thing, get your paper off the top ones.
Can I like try to peek into it and see what the date is, or at least the year? That's really all I care about.
The date across the top of the paper is the 23rd of October, 1996.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah?
This says 1996.
What? Really?
Yeah.
So like no like proper mobile phones, no like decent laptops, no tablets, no good digital cameras.
Oh yeah. I mean, I should probably put this away then.
Probably
No,
should.
like-
There's probably no way you can charge it anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna stuff it under my shirt, very inconspicuously.
Especially since you're tiny. I mean, to be honest, I think you're a bit. I mean, not to be rude, but people are probably more likely to stare at you than at your camera. I mean, would it be easier if I just carry you like you're my cat or something?
Yeah, carry me.
I mean, anything not to attract attention, I guess, which means if you're going to talk, you have to do it quietly.
Someone approaches the newspaper stand. They half walk through you, put some money in and take a paper.
Actually, that's an excellent point. No one's really going to care at all, are they?
No, they definitely are. You need to carry me.
I think that ship might have sailed. I'm sorry, you were very close. You really were. Like, I tell you, as soon as someone looks like they're looking at us, then I'll carry you.
Fine. But you better do it.
I
If you
will.
don't, I'll be so
Hey,
mad.
you can hold me to it. It's okay. I keep my word. I don't go back on what I say. Besides, I mean, if it's anything like the last place, there's bound to be someone who can see us.
It's true.
As if there was some sort of intergalactic queue. Hawkeye, Finn, you can see two people arguing. It's a bit too early in the day for you to be at a bar or anything. But you can see them arguing by a newspaper stand. It's probably about 11 a.m., so I don't know what you'd be doing at this time of day, but you spot them.
Hey, lassies, is there anything I can do to help you? You seem like you're in a little bit of a pickle.
I told you so. And I really quickly, I pick Young up, just like they're my cat.
What's going on? I don't
What
get this.
is that?
Oh, this is my cat. Isn't he cute?
Meow.
Almost looks like an unseelie fae if I were to make a guess.
A what?
But if... The fae! The fairy folk!
What? No, this is definitely just my cat.
Oh,
And are the rest
Yeah.
of us
what did you
here?
do?
Or is it
Get
just
some... That's a weird look. I'm assuming now that's a dye job and it wasn't born that way. Although that might fit in next St. Patty's Day.
I mean, I did kind of adopt him, I guess. So, sorta.
So, is everything okay? You look like you're standing there a little bit confused.
Oh, I'm just, I guess I'm kind of, a bit new around here. Is this where you live? Have you been here long?
Oh, I've lived here most of my life, yes. At least the past, say, 15, 20 years or so.
Do you know of any dubious or underhanded or mysterious scientific institutes that might be conducting nefarious experiments nearby?
I'm asking for nefarious.
If you consider nefarious being some people making some bad attempts at brewing beer for the pub, no, I can't say that I have.
Damn.
Oh, unless you're talking about the chemical plants over on the other side of the river.
I mean, that could be a lead. Well, I'm so, and I'm just kind of, I guess I'm looking around at all the different buildings and architecture, trying to work out where this is, or like glancing at the newspapers as well to like if it says like what city the headline is or anything, if I can even read it, if it's in a language I know.
I believe I said it was New York Times. Did I say that?
So it's New York.
And you are standing outside a flower shop, of all places.
Oh. So there's definitely a little bit of kind of starstruckness looking around because it's probably pretty cool. I've never been here in my life.
Ah, yet another tourist walking on. Well, this city can be overwhelming if you don't either have a game plan or really know what you're going, or if you don't know anybody. It can be. It was overwhelming when I first got here.
Yeah, I don't have any of those things. Neither of us really do. So what is it you do?
Oh, I'm a musician myself.
Really?
As you see, I'm carrying a backpack that's got kinds of an unusual lump in it, not what you would normally see in someone carrying a backpack.
What type of musician are you? I mean, meow.
Damn.
So you're a ventriloquist then?
Yes. I
You
am.
do that very well. I didn't see your lips move a bit at all there. That
Thank
was
you.
amazing.
I'm very good. Yes.
I once tried to do that, but I really couldn't get it to work, so I just stuck to me harp instead.
Oh well, that's because the trick is to use a cat instead of a puppet, and you just pet them when you.
I could never get the coordination down, but I can get the strings on my harp real well. But trying to get the thing with the puppet,
Yeah. Finn,
forget it.
you'll also see that this cat has a guitar strapped to its back.
Is that a little small guitar or a lute? I've seen some people put their cats in costumes, but I've never seen one dressed like a minstrel before.
My person is a very good ventriloquist, and not only has she mastered the art of making me talk, but also she has mastered the art of making me able to play guitar. And then Young's just gonna like flip it around and start playing a little ditty.
And
if you will.
So,
I very much look like I'm totally doing this on purpose.
Dahlia,
Now that is amazing. If I either need to come with me to the pub tonight to put on a show yourself, or maybe I need to hide this so you don't steal some of my gigs.
so Dahlia and Artemis. Artemis, I would like to say that you are a customer in Dahlia's flower shop.
Okay.
And the two of you can see your friend. Well, Dahlia, at least you've got a connection to Finn, right? I don't know if you both have, but you can see Finn outside talking to a woman holding a cat thing that is playing a guitar. I don't know if you just carry on about your day, or whether you might go and investigate this strange occurrence. It's up to you.
It's New York. What else could happen?
I think that I would go outside. Like, I would finish up with my customer and go
Artemis,
outside.
yeah.
Okay,
Artemis.
so I do change. So I've got a big bundle of flowers for my grams, I guess. And I guess I go investigate. I don't see too many guitar playing cats these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could go over to Times Square. I'm sure people would give money to see an act like that.
Yeah?
If they throw money to people dressed like superheroes or Muppets or the singing naked cowboy guy, then they'd certainly be willing to see something like that.
Yeah, do you
Times
have new
Square.
friends?
I just met them here out here by the paper box here. She's got an act that they could put mine or even Molly Malarkey Malone's act to shame. Come
Oh.
take a look.
Hello.
Oh, you are adorable. And I just completely ignore the person and just pay attention to the animal.
What's your favorite song? Maybe I could play it for you.
It is. Do you know Wonderwall?
Absolutely. I hope I do.
Why don't you make a music check?
As they do that, I start taking my backpack off and I unzip one of the side pockets.
A 10, like a pro.
Damn, rolls are on fire.
Yeah.
No.
I had some sheet music here just in case.
Why
Give me
don't
a
you-
maze that
Why don't
requests-
you guys come on in?
Oh, I mean, sure. You want to do that, Kitty?
Oh, yes.
These are pretty good ventriloquists that are.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty good. Sometimes it's almost like she doesn't even know what I'm about to say.
It's all part of the act.
Yeah. We make a great team.
A great team. Yes,
Many years of practice. This is taken.
yes.
It shows.
Also, as we're kind of going to the flower shop, I'm just kind of hoping that this kind of absurd spectacle this probably distracts everyone from the fact that I have a hatchet strapped to my belt.
Well, most don't see you. In fact, one person walking to the newsstand looks at the three of you talking to this empty space of air, as we, the viewers, would see, collects a paper and carries on walking, looking back at the three of you like you are crazy. I think even they might slightly pass through Kaio. So the three of you would definitely get a weird vibe from this. This is not a normal person.
Yeah, I kind of look at the group. I'm like, you see that?
I see that. I start looking around to see if there's any. See if the guy from Candid Camera's got some people
I
hidden
try
around it or
to
something.
Pet the cat. Does my hand go through the cat?
Your hand does not. You boop it on the nose.
Boop. You're a cute cat. That was so weird. Well, I just saw someone kind of pass through you guys. What's happening? That's super
Now
strange.
that was weird.
I don't know. What did you see?
I usually don't believe in like ghosts and things, but like you guys are here, and that person just kind of like they should have bumped you, but didn't because they kind of slipped right through.
I mean, you're welcome to try.
Agreed.
I guess. Like, I'm here. You can like touch my hand and stuff.
Yeah, I booped the cat. Man, am I
Yeah,
alive?
you
I like
booped the
pinch
cat.
myself. Ah.
Maybe we all need some more coffee. Come on.
Yes.
Oh, I would kill for some coffee. I haven't had coffee in ages.
To the mud house.
Me either.
Coming inside. Dahlia makes the best in town.
Yeah, I do.
And you guys said it was like the 90s, 96. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Some good music.
So it is a flower shop, but it's also like I have a really old couch and like a beat up coffee table and a little like coffee machine, bean bags, an inflatable chair.
Ooh, those like old 90s light. They had like little different colored lights that spin. Like.
Yep.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I'll get me an espresso. I'll hang out. I'm curious what's going on here. So.
Well, as you walk back towards the shop, you see the local. You've been having trouble with some people recently, and Dahlia, you'll see this group stride forward, and one of them begins to just loiter outside your shop, leaning against the glass.
Oh yeah. So if I make any kind of eye contact with them as I'm walking in, I just look at them and I go inside and I close the door, not breaking eye contact.
Do the rest of us see this happening?
Oh yeah, you'll all see. Yeah.
So I'm like taking mental note of like, oh, that's interesting.
He's back again, I see, Dahlia.
Ugh. I don't think he's gonna leave us alone.
He's still giving you trouble?
2 or 3 of his friends, you know the type, it's the 90s, leather jackets, probably got flick knives on them, probably Filipino style.
Are you guys causing you trouble, Dahlia?
Yes.
What?
It's mostly just annoying, but yeah, they're
When did that start? Why mess around with a flower shop? This seems like a really nice place.
it is, right?
Mhm.
It's really good for the community. Like teens can hang out here. But they don't like me and they're trying to get me shut down.
What?
What?
That
Like,
seems
what
incredibly
grounds-
petty.
What grounds do they have to do something like that?
Almost on cue, a man in a suit walks along with his briefcase. He nods to the people standing outside your shop, strides over to the door, and posts a letter on the door. The letter says eviction notice, which can be read from far away. You've been having this trouble for a little while.
Yeah. So, does anybody want to buy some flowers?
I would love to, but I don't really have much money on me. I'm kind of stuck out here. I didn't really mean to be here, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's someone in town we can talk to, or a way to rally the community together to save your shop, maybe? You have a bake sale or something? I don't know. Or a charity?
I would have a bake sale, but I cannot bake. This is what I do. I do the flowers. Play with
You
my
guys have-
animals.
Do you have any idea? I don't know, the group, like, do you guys have any ideas on how she could save her shop? Because, I don't know, this is a beautiful shop. Looks really historical. And I mean, look at this place. This is a great place.
I was hoping that like we could find some sort of, oh, I don't know, like maybe it's a historical building or something, and like it's like always been a coffee shop or a flower shop, and so they can't shut us down. But I have to be here to keep the shop open.
Okay.
I haven't been able to, go to the archives and.
I mean,
Search through the
could we help
documents.
with that? I mean, I realized that you very kindly gave us, well, you gave me coffee, and I haven't really got anything to pay for it with, so the very least I can do is try and help you out a bit.
That would be great, because obviously I don't have a lot of time.
Sure.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a historical society or a university nearby that might know the history of the area better, maybe.
Or at the very least, maybe me and Mr. McCool over there could go and try and rustle up some buskin money. He said they'd be pretty eager to pay for a cool ventriloquist show, and maybe we could work some music into it and everything.
I've been trying to get a charity gig together, but I've been having trouble getting other people to show up for it. They see those hooligans outside, and they don't want anything to do with
Oh, we can
stuff
deal
in
with
the neighborhood
hooligans.
together.
And it's not just about the money, though. It's they want to close me down so they can turn the building into like a parking garage.
Wow, that sucks.
That's awful.
Like,
I know,
can,
and it's
I
okay
can
to
tell you
go-
right now, where I'm from, there are way too many parking garages, and it'd been way better if someone had thought, maybe like 10 years before then, maybe we shouldn't build so many parking garages. So what it would be great if you could stop that happening in the past so that there weren't so many in the present. What do you think?
I completely agree. I think everybody should ride their bikes.
Yeah.
Hey, I use my feet or the subway everywhere I need to go. I don't need a car.
Yeah, I don't even have a car.
Me either.
All right, so I'm trying to remember. Isn't there a local historical society somewhere in this neighborhood for the borough? I'm trying to remember
State
what
are
it
we
was.
in? Or country?
New York.
Yeah, New York.
Yeah, maybe there might be
see.
a New York State Historical Society, and they usually have a lot of offices all over the place. Like they probably have archives of.
I
We
think
could
I-
run down to the library and see if we could find anything in like the yellow pages or the white pages or something like that.
Well, it's the '90s. Like every building has a phone book now, so I bet she'd have one right here in the coffee shop.
Oh yes, here's the phone book for my neighborhood.
None of the smartphone
Yeah,
stuff back
Here, let me
then.
here, hand it to me. I'll start
90s
looking for it.
kid.
Thanks. And I put it down on the coffee table with a thud
Oh,
because it's that thick.
it's just careful with the table.
Dahlia,
I
you'll
start
remember
wondering.
Playing in the
one
background.
of your family members. Perhaps they've passed, but they always used to speak about having the deed for this place and that it was registered as a historic building and couldn't be knocked down or similar.
Yeah, I'm not the best at like paperwork. But I know we just have to find the right paperwork, I'm sure.
Do you have an attic? Like a cool attic full of your grandma's old stuff?
I'm
Like,
pretty
could you-
good at searching for clues. I could help there.
Let's get
Definitely.
cracking then.
Oh, it's like the Mary Poppins movie, man. Sorry.
Is it down in the cellar or up in the attic that all those papers are stored at?
It's so the ground floor is with the shop, and then above that is where I live, and then above that is like an unused space, and that's where it is. It's
Sure,
it's all the way upstairs.
All right, well let's head on up.
I'm gonna lock the front door and turn around the closed sign, and
As you do so, one of the youths spits on the floor.
I'll get you.
I'm gonna assume I didn't see that.
I go over to the door and take a good look and give him the evil eye.
Yeah, give him the get out of my yard finger.
Yeah, they sort of like acknowledge but don't maintain the stare. They're just sort of laughing amongst each other.
All right, the stairs
I
are
should
in the
call
back.
Maybe I should call for some of my old friends down at the Bowery. They would teach him a thing or two.
Let's
At
Last
least do it
resort.
when they're not outside the shop. Then you can't link it back.
That's surprisingly good thinking.
All right. Anyway, let's not let those hooligans distract us. We got more important things to do.
Yeah, they're probably here to distract us, to be honest, in the first place.
All right, let's head upstairs. Let's see what we can find.
And up the stairs you go. So how often do you go up to this space, Dahlia? When was the last time you went up here?
The last time I was up there was when Harry, my long-haired guinea pig, went missing. But as I was going up the stairs from my flat up to the 3rd floor, I found him, and so I didn't actually go in. So it's been like years.
Years at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
Dig out the Christmas tree. There's a tree up there.
Always the Christmas tree. So
I
then,
run a flower shop. I get a real Christmas tree.
yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a very good point. So you may be surprised to see that as soon as you open the door, there is a breeze blowing, and papers have been blown all over the room as a window is open.
Like pushing the
Oh
window
my
shut. Oh, it's not good.
What?
This is a window that leads onto a fire escape.
Wait, don't interfere with the crime scene, guys. We gotta try and work out when this happened, when they left, what they came for, where they've been.
What?
I pick up a paper. What do I
happened?
see?
I whip out my camera, forgetting that we're in a completely different time period.
So what does the camera look like? Like for me from the 90s,
It's like-
which
it's-
is like
it's like a
beepers
DSLR.
And
Yeah.
oh yeah, because 90s is like giant phones and like beepers.
Right. Yeah.
It's a
Like,
digital
90s.
camera. It's not a film camera.
Correct. Yes.
None
And
of
it's-
this.
Oh, this
Oh,
Oh, this-
no
this cat
wheel.
can talk. This cat can play the guitar. And now it's whipping out the camera.
I'm like, what is
I'm
that?
getting a little suspicious that this thing is more the unseelie fae that I thought it was in the first
No.
place.
It's also it's got dual purpose. It's also very useful at solving crimes.
I'm a
The
cat or the camera?
multi-purpose.
You guys
Puppet.
look around. I'm gonna go get Mrs. and see if she can sniff out any clues. She's my teacup poodle.
I will also
I'm
see
gonna
if I
run
can find
downstairs
any
and grab
clues.
her.
Okay, we'll get started here. We'll see if we can figure out what's going on.
Clues.
Do I notice anything like broken or knocked over in the room that might indicate someone like rummaged around already before us, or like some smudges in the dust?
You can indeed see smudges in the dust. There's also a part of a boot print on the windowsill. Why don't you do me a delicate work or perception check? The checks are all in the checks section of your character sheet, and they're all linked down there.
And all the stats should have been pre-gened, or no?
Yeah, you just literally click the D20 and it will just roll for you.
Do we see any boxes that are like ripped open and papers all over the place, or did it look like they knew right where they're going to?
Yeah, I would say on the 8. Why don't you help out with the perception check, Finn?
Okay.
Yeah, would I be able to as well if I'm kind of hunting for clues?
So that'd
we'll just
be-
go for one helper.
Cool.
That'd be
Perception.
same check again, yeah. Okay, so you're both pretty good at investigating. Between the two of you, you can see that quite a few boxes have been ripped open. There's papers everywhere, and a few of the papers have been taken out of the envelopes. It's not just wind that's done this.
This has been intentional.
I look out the window. Do I see anyone out there?
You just see the fire escape.
We missed him. There's a boot print.
Who knows how long? Who knows how long this window's been open?
What kind of things are in the boxes they did go through? Like, is it financial documents, family trees? Like, what's the theme, I guess, of each box they dug through?
Why don't you tell us, Dahlia? What is in all of these boxes?
Okay, so I come back and I put Mrs. on the ground and I tell her to sniff, to go sniff for things. And okay, so if I remember correctly, so like there's, like, I think that one's tax papers, and then there's, oh, I think this one was like Christmas cards, and that one was Christmas cards. That one's tax papers, and I think this one was old things that I wrote in high school, poetry.
Do you think in any of those boxes would have been like an old document, like a deed to the place or anything, or would that be somewhere else in here?
I mean, probably in the taxes box.
really?
Like it. I mean, they're like from like
All
hand.
right, I go to the taxes box and I look to see what dates are on the papers where they as far as the ones that are still there where they got to. What dates do I see on the papers?
How long have you been storing these things in this way? When was the last time you organized the papers, Dahlia?
As far as I know, everybody has just been putting more papers up, like into the top of the box.
So, like, right at the bottom, some of them are perhaps doing that thing paper does when it gets old and it's, like, starting to yellow, but it's really dry. And you can see papers there from, like, I don't know, let's say as far back... How long have you... Well, your grandmother clearly owned the place, so we can go all the way back to about the 70s, probably.
Oh yeah, like super old.
Now, when your grandmother transferred the deed to you, what year was that again?
It was 92.
Is it okay to
So the
start
paper-
looking in your
so-
boxes?
What year am I at when I'm looking at the papers that are still on top here on the box?
Yeah.
I probably haven't actually filed any papers up there from 91, and then as you go down in the box, it would be older. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and look through everything.
Yeah, I want to try to see what year I am here, so I know how much further I would need to go to find the at least the deed for transfer, so we could look things up at the Hall of Records easier.
Ooh, look, I found Mystic Pizza. This is an awesome movie. Yeah, VCR, man.
All right, I start sifting through the boxes to see if I can find anything that's either a deed or transfer of title or anything linked to the historical significance of this building or the establishment.
Sure. Why don't you give me another perception check? In fact, anyone can do this if you're trying to help.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Ooh, did your grandma collect anything like weird? Is there anything weird up here, like creepy old dolls or like salt shakers or
Oh
anything?
my god.
Dude, old people always collect cool stuff.
Oh, what would there be?
It'd be like the Goonies.
The treasure map.
Okay, so
You know those mechanical monkeys that like have
Oh, that's
the
so creepy.
the symbols? Yeah, there's definitely one of those like in a corner.
Winding it up, man. I'm like, let's try it out. It still works.
One of those cats with the tail that
Just
moves and the eyes move opposite.
The feelings.
So the fumble introduces a new mechanic to the new players. Whenever we have a fumble, everyone gains a fumble point. So
You're welcome, everyone.
on your, I believe it's the stats sheet, which is the one next to the check sheet. On the right, there is a little thing called fumble points. You may up it by 1. It will allow you to add 1 to any roll. Once you've used it. It's a spendable resource.
I'm just gonna give myself a dice.
And the fumble looks like, Kaio, as you also go to start searching, you put your hand in a box and it's kind of gooey. There's a moldy old sandwich in there, and you put your hand straight in it.
to go to the bathroom.
Haha, sucks to be you.
I wipe my hand on the cat slowly.
So that's what happened to that corned beef and cabbage sandwich from the.
And then Mrs. Potts
Festival.
comes over and starts licking the cat.
Please clean my hand, doggo.
I am not an animal here. What is this?
You're talking a good dose of muscle.
Okay, we don't have any time for your ventriloquism act now. We got to find these papers. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm method acting.
What year did Friends start? Oh man.
Oh, Friends will be in full swing by now, I think.
Yes,
My sister was into
Smelly
Friends in
Cat
'96.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, the set for Seinfeld is just around the street. I tried to get in as an extra, but they wouldn't take me. They said I didn't look authentically New York enough.
Well, that's just not fair.
I gotta love the 90s.
So, Sam, what you see, what Young sees from his vantage point, is a potion on the ground, or at least a sealed bottle with a wax seal on it. Looks pretty
Yeah.
old.
Pepto Bismol.
As we've hit
He's
10
just-
retweets. Thank you, everyone.
Is that the Guinness over there?
The so looking at the bottle, he's like, well, it seemed like something good happened last time.
Last time you turned into a cat person.
Yeah, he pops. Yeah. He
I
pops the top.
wouldn't drink. Oh,
Do I hear this? Do
I
hear
hate
cat
I hate to
person
tell you, Lassie, but it looks like your cat's got a drinking problem.
It's part of the show for sure.
Are you picking up an accent there?
No, damn it!
Why don't you roll me a D100, please, Young? So this, this bottle tastes very strange. It feels like liquid fire as it touches your mouth. It's
Hot
flickering and
It's not
moving,
this.
and it burns.
Uh-oh.
However, it tastes like sulfurous boiled eggs, so sort of brimstoney.
Nice.
However, when you drink it, a familiar portal opens up nearby. Young is the only person who can see this.
Okay, so I've been like freaking out. What are you looking at? It's very intense.
Seriously, Young, what's going on?
You guys
see
don't
anything
see
there?
this? Can I reach my hand through the
Record
portal?
collection. Just
Uh,
get it.
Yes, you can.
What's the cat doing? This is part of the show.
What, does anything happen?
Your hand disappears when you put it through the portal.
Do they see it disappear, or am I the only?
To
person?
everyone else, it just looks like your hand disappears. To
Whoa.
you put your hand through the portal and it does the whole thing like Stargate.
You do a magic show along with your
First,
Renaissance
it
kid?
talks, then it sings, then it plays the guitar. Now it's making its hand disappear. You've got a magic act as well. I was going to give you, I was
didn't
going to
make
give you
the
the card
mushroom
for my
copy,
agent,
did
but
I?
I don't think I want to give you that and have you kick me out of any of my gigs.
I just couldn't decide on a theme for my act. Young, what's going on?
I don't know. You don't see this portal next to me?
No.
Did you guys eat mushrooms?
Yes. I mean, wait, we did eat.
I think there was something really wrong with that sandwich she found in the box. They're both acting a little strange.
Young, seriously, don't run off and leave me here,
So
please.
don't go through the portal.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't.
I'm gonna grab Kaio and jump through the portal.
Okay, you drag Kaio through the portal, and the three of you will see the cat drag Kaio. Kaio stays, but Young disappears.
Now that is a good act.
Serious, sir.
Young, come back.
If you
Seriously,
keep
this
that
is
up,
funny
then
anymore.
you keep that up, David Copperfield's going to be wanting your phone number.
By this point, I think I've kind of blocked the others out and like freaking out. Like, no, seriously, come back. This isn't funny. Young, don't leave me here, okay?
Am I still? Oh, sorry. Am I still like in the room with her from my view?
No.
Oh no.
Why don't we pan across to where Young ends up? Young, you are in what feels like I guess an office. As you're in like one of the office buildings. Outside, you can see like lots of cubicles of people working, people moving around. There's a classic photocopier and all that sort of thing. However, you are in a room with a person who is sitting there stamping things and signing things. If you look at the letterheads, you will see let's go for a generic name: New York Industrial Contractors. And on the desk is a deed for Adalia's Potts place.
Does it seem like nobody's noticing me?
No one's seeing you.
Can I try to grab the deed?
Of course you can. Your hand passes straight through the paper in the desk.
What's going on? Are there any dates on these papers that they're stamping?
Yes. The 28th of October, 1996. That one looks like a contractor notice. Looks like someone's hiring a contractor to do some demolition work.
What's going? Kaio, where are you? I have no idea what to do.
Like we got a new friend.
I'm just gonna keep like trying to reach and grab that paper, like hoping that eventually it works out for me.
Yeah, sure. As you are doing that, thank you for the raid, Izzy. Welcome. As you are doing that, you see the window behind this person. He gets up. He's a bit warm. Turns on a fan and opens the window. As he opens the window, it reveals another portal. Your teammates are desperately trying to give you a clue.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not intelligent enough.
Well, great. Stick into the.
I also don't know if he kept. Oh, I guess he would have kept his camera on him, but no, he's not. He's not intelligent enough.
Yeah. You see the portal on the window starting to fade.
Oh, I'm just gonna jump through it.
Back in the room, everyone. As Young appears flying through the window and lands at Kaio's feet.
Whoa.
I imagine
I
you've
just
just
sit
been.
down.
Okay there.
I
Yeah.
instantly pick Young up and hug him super close, like, seriously, I thought you'd skipped out on me. I was about to be so mad.
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to grab you, and I tried to have you go with me, but I thought it would work, but it didn't work.
I
And,
thought you'd go to another alternate dimension again, and I was all here on my own, and I was gonna be so sad, and I was gonna be stuck here on my own, and I'm just so glad you're back.
Alternate
do. But I went to this place and it was an office and there were some New York industrial contractors and I saw the deed for Dahlia's place there and I didn't know what to do and there was another portal, so I came back and I don't know what to do. I think something's going on.
Thank you very much, everyone, for the retweets. You give me potions and things, I'll turn them into plot devices.
As soon as this cat thing reappeared, I just sat down on the floor, like glassy-eyed. It's too much. It's too much for me. This is not. I just like flowers. I can't.
So are you guys talking
I keep
about
digging through the
alternate
box looking for something,
dimensions?
anything.
Can you tell me about the alternate dimensions? What's going on?
There are dimensions that are not this one.
Yeah.
They're
That's
alternate.
So they're like another place or another time, maybe.
I love this. Does Young feel like that's an explanation? Is that what Young feels like?
Can you show us? Like, do you have proof? Because I did see the cat disappear.
What are you talking
I
like?
take out my
Have you got
smartphone.
Have you got like a TARDIS or something anywhere? Are you like
this?
Doctor Who's companions or something?
What is that?
Well, mostly I
Doctor
use
Who,
it to.
it's a great science fiction show.
No. Well, mostly I use this.
I hear
to
they're
look at
making. I
memes,
hear they're
but-
making a movie of it here pretty soon.
But yeah, look, and I guess I turn on my phone and see if it's kind of got current events from my time, but make sure it's stuff that isn't relevant to New York because I'm a bit worried about causing a world-ending paradox.
Oh, it's like a tiny TV. That's so
Yeah, I
neat.
know, right? It's great.
Your battery
How's
has
that for you?
5%.
Oh shit! Sorry. I put
I
it
take
away.
out. I take out my camera, and I'm like, I also have this. That.
Ooh,
and
is
I
that-
go- I
Your
showed the- I
battery
showed-
is at
It's
4%.
a pretty fancy camera. So what is it? 35 millimeter?
I mean,
It's certainly
yeah,
not an
I make-
Instamatic, that's for sure.
You guys work for the government?
No. Do I look like I work for the government?
I
Does he
do.
look like he works from the
I
government?
don't know. I've
They-
seen some federal workers before, and I've seen even stranger than this.
This would be like when
I'm very
X-Files was at its
surprised.
peak as well. So like the truth is out there, everyone.
But the thing is, neither of you look like Scully, that's for sure.
No. No.
Wait. You know, you've heard of Area 51, right? I mean, what do you think they do there?
Area 51, is that like competition for Studio 86?
I just figured it's a military installation or something.
Or Studio
They just keep it
Studio
secret.
54, I mean, yeah.
I
I
don't.
mean,
The
I'm
old
just
disco
gonna-
that used to be.
or
so
anything.
famous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say yes to all the things you guys are saying. But we'll
Well,
get
if you
back
work
to
for the
that.
federal government, then maybe you can help us out with all of this and
Well, that's what I'm
your
saying.
computers and get
Young
everything
said he
going.
saw something. Could you lead us to that? Would you be able to recognize that place if you saw it again?
I did not have trouble trying to turn on my mic. Yeah. I mean, I only saw the inside, but it was like an office, and there were cubicles, and there was a guy stamping, and there was a portal. Oh, there was a window to the outside. Does that help?
I mean, did you see any of the outside? By that, we could work out the direction the window was facing, and by that, we could work out where the building is relevant to the street and the other things outside.
Yeah,
An
what
office
kind of tools
building
were
with
they
windows, that
using?
means that only narrows it down to maybe 1 million different buildings in downtown Manhattan itself.
What
You
kind of
were
tools were they
really
using?
high up. You will know that you were in a skyscraper.
Yes, it was very tall, and it almost like scraped the sky, it seemed like. You know, we can also just look up the address of New York industrial
There we go.
contractors.
That
I quickly
too.
run downstairs and grab the yellow pages and bring it back up
We
and start
don't
looking
even
for it
have
in the white
Google.
pages section.
Yeah, it's manual, man. 90s.
We don't even have MapQuest.
You got the road map.
MapQuest, that's
fold up maps.
A
they
map
never
quest,
went-
that's what you do when you're running down to the gas station to get a map so you know where you're going to go for your vacation. Anyway, I start looking for the address for the place in the phone book.
Yeah. When you come downstairs, the youths are gone, but they have left you behind a lovely great crack in the window, as it seems they have smashed it.
Oh,
90s safety
no.
glass. They've just got the film on the back, so it's still got the really jagged edges, but it's done that big, like crater thing in the
Spider web.
middle. Yeah, spider web.
Oh my god, seriously, tell me where they hang out, and I will go after them right now. Because that's just rude.
We'll
We don't
we
have
will
time for that
definitely
right
take
now.
care of them.
Fixing the window means nothing if we lose the building.
You're right, you're right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We
We
look
need to
back-
focus.
So, looking through the white pages, trying to find the name of the place and the address. Flip, 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 flip. What do you say it was called again?
New York industrial contractors.
Okay,
really
there's
hope
the
that's right.
N's, N-E-W, N-E-W-Y. Ah!
Hmm.
Found it.
And this is apparently very topical, everyone, as well, because just seeing in chat there, if what Isriver says is true, which I guess it is believe, it would seem the internet is killing the Yellow Pages this week. As the last issue is going to come out. So here we are, regaling the memory of using phone books.
Damn
Yeah,
millennials.
what are we
eh?
going to
Some
sit on when
synchronicity
we're not
for
tall
you.
enough for the table?
I was gonna say, what am I gonna use to keep my computer monitor up at work now?
What are the strongmen going to rip up to show how strong they are?
The strongmen have been getting considerably easier as time's gone on. Like the 2019 edition is just free sheets. Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, so we have the address for the construction company building, yeah? Okay, so we can just, like, go and, like,
And do a heist.
ask
Oh, okay.
her.
I have a feeling that they're not going to hand anything over if they have any mind to it. If
I
they
don't-
spoke in here to steal the thing, they're not going to hand it back to you.
Well, then, to be
Maybe
honest,
we
we're
can make
completely
it people.
morally. It's morally acceptable to steal it back if they stole it in the first place. Know what I mean?
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Well, we're burning
Let's
daylight. Let's
mount
get
up.
going.
let's go. And I am going to go upstairs, and I'm going to grab Pepper, my eagle. She is going to ride on my shoulder.
Do you have any like maze, like bear maze or anything laying around in Grandma's attic? Like something that could help us out in case these guys are like criminals?
I have fertilizer in one of those like pump up bottles that like then you spray with the wand.
Spring them in and around the eyes.
Oh yeah, the old industrial
I got
pack.
some
Like
gear
the-
in here. I pat my backpack. I've got some weaponry in here if we need it.
Oh, I'm grabbing
Have
the
you
bug
got
bag.
anything
This
like
sounds
this,
great.
but less
Is this flammable?
life
Do you have a
endangering?
lighter? You have a cigarette
It
lighter?
is flammable. I don't smoke.
Fireplace starter? Matches?
I'd reach in my backpack and hand you a lighter.
Oh, my character's like blowing things up. I'm sorry.
I hand you a big flick lighter.
Yes. good
One of those disposable lighters.
And I look around the attic. Do I see like a flashlight or like ball bearings or
I have
Tools.
a flashlight because I live in an old New York building and our power
Okay.
goes out.
okay, cool. Okay.
So, yes, you can carry the flashlight too.
Is there like a 2x4 or anything laying around? Like a little board? Might grab a piece of wood.
I
Something
have
small.
like shelves down in the shop. I
What
guess.
about a good shovel?
I've
Ooh.
got one of those little
Broomstick.
hand shovels. I guess you can take my broom. I might need these things back.
Oh, I'm alright. I got you covered, and I
Like
pull
if
out
we
a hatchet.
okay.
I'll bring the broom back, and if something happens, I'll buy a new one. And
Okay, let's maybe not hatchet anybody.
Oh, I'll use the blunt side. It's okay. I learned what happened when you used the sharp side last
start
time.
twisting the broom head off, and I put the broom handle on my back, and I grab the bug killer. Well, I'm a maintenance crew, man. We're gonna go bug spray the building. We got this.
Beautiful.
I'm a girl in a dress. They'll believe me.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, hell, it's the 90s. Okay, so as we are going to start this quest then, I would like everyone to roll me a condition check to see what sort of condition we are in as we begin our quest.
Hopefully the coffee hasn't worn off. This is gonna be bad.
Condition. Oh, what is my luck?
So is it like anything about how does this work with the rolls? Sorry, I'm new to this game.
It's
Is
okay.
it
So,
anything over a 2 success?
So,
or-
as we go through, I've got a reference sheet here. Essentially, a 1 to a 3 is a total failure, with a 1 being a fumble, which will give everyone a fumble point. A 4, even a kid could do better. A 7 is pretty good. 9, as good as a pro. 12, you're probably famous in your town. 16, you're the best in the land. 20, you're legendary.
Oh, God,
And you can
service.
crit if you roll double sixes. or the maximum amount on both dice, I think.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no. It's if you get doubles. So if you get all sixes, or if all dice show maximum values that match. Oh no, hang on, no, I think it's if they just show maximum values. So if you get a 6 and an 8, and that is the biggest that both dice can be, that would be a critical success. If you roll 2 6s, that would also be a critical success. It's an interesting mechanic, because it means if you're really bad at something and you've got a D4, you've also got a higher chance of critting. Statistically.
So, what's the plan, guys? Should I just go in there? If we run into anyone, I'll be like, oh, I'm here for maintenance bug spraying. What do you guys think? What's the plan? Or should we
If you find anybody and they look suspicious, stick them with the pointy end.
Wow, I'm surprised by
Okay.
the lack of hesitation there, but sure.
Can I
I'll shoot for different
try
bite.
talking first? I didn't even know who the company was until just now. So I haven't been able to call anyone or talk to them or write them any letters. So walk in the door and use words first.
Okay, well, I guess you talk and
we
we'll
can-
be your
we can-
goon squad?
Okay.
You can talk first, then I'll get out old reliable.
Okay.
Yeah, we can distract and you guys sneak in and do your knifey pointy thing.
We can be the Goonies. Let's do it.
Yes, I love that movie. It's Mom's favorite statue.
So, it sounds to me like you guys would like to navigate New York.
Mm-hmm.
Who will be leading and directing the group? Who will be in charge of directions?
I mean, I've lived here my whole life, but I don't get out a lot, and I definitely
do it,
never
why
leave
not?
Well,
town.
I do
happen
the
to have a
equivalent
map of the
pub crawl
area.
every weekend since I go from pub to pub doing my shows and doing my performances, so I guess probably I would be the one.
We can have one person directing and one person helping, so we can have the situation where 2 of you are looking at a map. So if Artemis and Finn want to do it together, we can totally do that.
Sounds like he's
Yeah,
got it. I'll let
I
him
pulled
take
my
care
street
of it.
map out of my backpack.
I'll be at the back of the line, watching the back.
Okay. So then, can we please make a direction check?
Ooh,
Oof. Are we sure
it's
we
an
don't?
old map.
Are we sure that we don't want anyone to help because a kid could do better?
I don't know if you guys want me to help, but I can because I was the one that was in that building. If you guys want, if as somebody else,
I would like somebody to help. Yes.
I was gonna. Well, I was just saying, if
I have
somebody
like
else,
zeros in all my stats, so I'm probably not helpful.
What?
I mean, I can try, but I don't know the city either, so.
I mean, I did not do any better, so
You didn't do any worse either.
So yeah, between the 2 of you, you'd think if they added the dice together, that would make a decent roll. But unfortunately, if you have 2 people doing something a kid could do better, and they both have that, then unfortunately this will be a failure. Let's just go and have another quick look.
Taxi!
Oh, it's too late for taxi.
We don't take taxis.
That's what I get for using the subway all the time.
Let's see. So direction check. Success. Okay, so let's have a look here. The terrain. We're going to count New York City as at least a difficulty 8 terrain, which means we have failed our direction check. Failure means your movement is halved. It's going to take you twice as long to get there.
Oh no.
You will get +1 to the next direction check if following in the same terrain, which is likely. So it's going to take you. It probably should only take you a couple of hours to get to this place. I'm going to intrude and say you guys don't get there until nightfall, evening time.
I would
Rush
like
hour
to.
traffic.
I was gonna say, I'd like to think that Young was just so enthralled by the city that he just was stopping, and he just stopped and looked up at the buildings, and the group had to kind of keep being no, you're supposed to be helping us navigate. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. So anyway, you will arrive. Oh, let's see how you all fared, walking or riding all day. Please, everyone, do a travel check.
Oh, I travel good.
Okay. So let's see.
I'm rolling like I did in college. Oddly.
So yeah, Kaio and Young, you're getting used to this. What? Kaio's from used to Tokyo, which is similar to New York, so you're kind of used to walking around all day, probably even more so than the people in New York. Who knows? Next we've got Young. Young, you're used to hiking all day. You're also grand. Anyone else scored that highly? No. On a success, there is no effect. Well done. Versus topography and weather. We'll leave it as a clear skies day. I'm not going to be too harsh on you guys. So an 8 is the pass mark. Unfortunately, the rest of you have not made the mark. So your HP will be halved. Your HP is over on the stats.
Use a fumble to avoid the HP loss.
No, you have to claim a fumble beforehand, and then you can add 1 to your dice roll.
Okay.
So it should be in your stats. You should see HP somewhere in the middle of the screen. Halving and doubling is a common thing in Ryuutama. They halve and double a lot. So you'll find you'll go to half, quarter, and eighth until you can only remove 1.
I'm guessing it's health points, so I need to knock myself down to a 4.
Yeah. 8 goes down to a 4.
Ouch.
I am also at a 4.
Should have did more of those Richard Simmons videos.
I think.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to add this as well. Kaio and Young, when you get to the building, there is a man leaning against the main entrance. He looks a whole lot like the samurai boss. The ninja boss. His eyes look the same.
Kaio, do you see this?
I'm seeing it. I'm assuming talking isn't gonna be particularly useful here. How about we just kind of hide behind Dahlia and the others to start with?
Yeah, I think like maybe if this
Drop
is
the
weird,
back?
though. Yeah, but that's not just me. This is weird, right?
No, this is very weird.
There is a yellow badge on his arm. Other than that, he's wearing a nice suit.
It's like I said, dude. Alternate dimensions.
Or hear me out. We're time travelers. This is like Back to the Future, where he stole our time travel machine, and now he's gonna just mess everything up, and then I'm gonna have to go live in this fancy hotel, and I'm gonna have this. Oh, and then he's gonna become my dad. Oh my gosh.
No, there's so many weirder implications now you're a cat person. But no, seriously, I think we need to try and avoid this guy if we can. And I guess just hope it's like a modern day reincarnation of the same guy, and he will have no idea who we are. Because if he does, we're gonna have to fight a samurai again.
Yeah. Can you hold me again?
Totally. Do you want to just be my cat for a bit?
Yes, please.
It calms me down as well.
That makes one of us.
The gentleman steps forward as you approach the building, looks at Dahlia, Artemis, and Finn, and says, "Hello, who are you here to see?"
Actually, I'm here. Just someone called up. They paid me a few bucks to do some bug spray inside. They wanted me to do it at night when everyone's out of the office. So, yeah, I'm just gonna head in. And I just, like, walked through the door like I know what I'm doing.
He puts an arm in front. So you should have an ID, same as mine.
Oh, they said just tell them that Joe sent me, and I could just get in. Yeah.
No, I'm afraid not. This is a government building. Can't just let anyone in, I'm afraid.
Well, they said there was, like, a bunch of centipedes getting in there. Like, they're gonna be really upset, like, if their office is full of centipedes.
can you please make me a negotiation check?
Centipedes in my office.
And
It's
I'm
more
gonna
likely
use
that
my
you...
little fumble thingy. So
You're going to use your fumble thingy, so that'll add a +1. In the special modifiers, you can change that to a 1, and that will track it automatically for us.
Okay. And sorry, what skill did you say to use again?
Negotiation. You're trying to negotiate your way into the building.
Oh.
A 6. No, a 7. A 7. So pretty good. So a pretty good, I'm going to say, is one of them partial successes. So he's like, all right, that's you covered. What about you two?
She's the contractor. I work for her.
Oh yeah, there's some chemicals stored inside that I can't reach, so they're gonna help pick that up and fill out the paperwork. There's a clipboard inside. Joe told me what it was.
This guy's gonna eat the centipedes too. The eagle.
It's a new government environmentalist program to try to be
all
more sensitive to the environment.
Yeah.
Less hazardous chemicals. You know, like after the stuff at Love Canal and all that, they want to make sure that no one's going to have any birth defects.
Yeah, the bird gets all the larvae. Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. No. She can go in. She's clearly a person, but you two, no, I'm afraid not. I would have got some sort of clearance, and you're not even wearing uniforms.
This is my uniform.
Hey, I'm a temp. She hired me from the temporary work agency. They don't have any They don't give us any uniforms there.
So
I'm interning.
If I wear different colors, the eagle attacks me.
And
I would
can he see my face? Am I facing him or am I beside him?
Well, he just let you through. So
okay, so behind his back, I look at those guys. I'm like, go around to the. I don't say anything, but I motion for them to go to the other side of the building and just let it go. And I'm gonna see if there's another way to let him in. Dude,
Okay.
I'm in. I am going in.
So we have options here. As he's tried to stop the rest of you, you can try and make your own negotiation checks to get in, or you can follow Artemis's advice and go and find an alternate entrance.
I think we should go around the back. I really don't want to be by this guy.
I
I'm
think you're
adorable and
right.
everybody loves me, so I'm
Anything
going
to
to
avoid
negotiate.
this dude.
He hasn't looked at you two once.
I'll decide to go around the back.
Okay.
I know these civil servants have had to deal with them more than one occasion.
I do some elaborate waving.
As Finn walks up, what does Dahlia do?
I negotiated.
You negotiated? Oh, and you're an expert negotiator.
Because I am adorable!
Yeah, he looks and goes, oh, right, so, eagles, is it? That's,
Well, I mean, any kind of, like, meat-eating bird. But, yeah, this is
She's going to take it easy.
So, because you're so good at negotiating, you're famous in your town for this. Probably famous in your town. He starts trying to prolong the conversation. He finds you interesting. So how do you keep it domesticated? How do you stop it from making a mess all over the office space?
Oh, there's, like, the office space room, and then there's, like, the eagle room. We don't...
I mean, like, when you're doing, when you're working, do they just, like, not do that while they're hunting, or...?
Eagle poop is, like, pellets. So, it's, like, I just, like, put on a glove and pick it up and put it in the trash.
Oh, really?
Makes really good
Yeah.
compost.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll have to look into that, I guess. Compost? What, do you run a flower shop or something? That's compost in New York.
You should totally be composting. It's so important. You will get the best flowers.
All right, yeah, flowers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and you've drifted away from his interest. He starts stepping aside. Like, yeah, okay, you can go in. Go on, off you go.
Okay, but, like, think about it. Like, go to the library and look it up.
He's not listening, but Finn,
And I go in.
he's still just looking at you like, well, what's your story then?
I just wave him off. I'm just gonna go get a Guinness. Forget about this, and I'll act like I'm leaving, but then I'll find a way to work my way to the back of the building.
So while I'm inside, like as I'm looking for like doors or other exits, I'm like grabbing a couple clipboards and some pens and like things that might look like stuff inspectors or pest control would have. Um,
Do you
find
just
it
take
in
like the registration docket, like you know the visitors clipboard? Do you just
my-
take
Oh yeah,
it?
sure, why not? I'm
You
grabbing
just
some
take-
Yank
TCP
the pen off the
reports.
chain.
I'm grabbing pens, like it's office space, cubicles, and like, oh, that guy looks disgruntled. I'm stealing his pen, and I just like I go see if I can
Oh
find
yeah, and you
like
totally know as well that this was a time as well when convenient and disposable was not a big thing. All of the big office spaces were still about grandeur and stuff. So this is like a reception space with a marble desk, chain
I'm grabbing
held,
fancy
fancy pen.
fancy pens.
You know,
Grabbing their
everything looks
rubber-bound
awesome.
notebook thingy.
You know, this is yeah. You can I think in the foyer you can actually hear two people, and one of them is showing the other one his business card, and he's like, "Oh, you know, I went for duck egg blue with like a gothic type font." Like,
I'm just like, good afternoon, gents, and I just keep on walking. I gotta know what I'm doing.
they just sort of look, but don't even acknowledge. They just go back to their conversation. You don't have a business card, so you don't interest them.
I'm not cool. Not cool enough. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just walking past, I guess, fancy office doors and seeing if I see like do I see any exit signs maybe? Because that might lead me to a door.
Yeah, you can see fire exit signs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a fire exit. You see, it does also say on it this door is alarmed. As you
But does it actually work? Can I do like a trap check?
let's see.
Can I test it?
Why don't you give me... You know what? I think this is about as close in New York as you are going to get to a monster knowledge check.
Yeah, I've been in hotels where those alarm doors don't work. So
He's never been to Times Square, has he?
yeah, when I was really young, we used to like get on top of buildings and find the doors without the alarms, so we could like get a really cool city view. So I was an ornery child.
Okay. Whilst you give us that check, what do Young and Kaio do? The guys moved back in front of the door. As Finn walks away, he starts pulling another cigarette out of his pocket.
I mean, should we just go in if he can't see us?
I mean, we might as well, right?
Or should we help like Finn? Because he's on his own out here.
I don't really care about him enough to help him. I just want to know what's going on.
Well, seems pretty confident, I guess. So should we just go in? I mean, we've got an advantage if no one can see us, so we can snoop around as much as we want.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, if anything, if he can't get in, you know he's just gonna go to a bar, right?
Yes.
So,
Okay, you're a bad influence and an enabler, but okay.
me? Nah.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Look at you with your little cat face. Yeah. See, you know what I mean. Come on, let's go.
Fine.
While they're doing the discussion, I'm walking around the back to see if I can relive some of my younger street urchin days looking for a fire escape I could climb up to get into, like a upper level window or something like that.
Well, as you walk around, you see a door open as Artemis's critical success means that your hunch was correct, the door wasn't alarmed, and you open the door.
I'm like, psst,
All right. I quickly slide inside.
where's the rest of the group? Are they out there?
They're out front. They were coming in. I think they're trying to convince the guy to let them in or something like that.
I've caught up with you by now.
I imagine we probably stroll up behind the rest of you like, oh, hello, guys. We're here now. Just kind of like,
let's exterminate, and I'm handing out like notebooks and pens and like weird office
Let's
things.
exterminate this little problem. Let's get going.
oh, yeah, sure. Centipedes. And I take the hatchet.
So there is
I reach into my backpack because what New Yorker doesn't carry a rapier, small sword in the back in their backpack, and I pull it out.
Yeah, of course. Like,
Been in the family for generations. Time to put it to use.
so as you walk along, you can see this large notice board, signboard of all the different floor numbers on, and all the different companies that rent out the different floors. You can see floors 53 to 56 are all New York whatever the hell I called it, industrial corporation.
All right,
All right.
53rd floor.
Let's go.
Is there an elevator?
Nope, we gotta run up all the stairs.
Okay, you're welcome to run up, but I'm just gonna use the elevator.
Yeah, I want to conserve my energy. Come on, young.
Yeah, elevator. I'm at half health, man. Do we see an
I
elevator?
don't have a health plan. I'm a folk singer. You know what they say? What's the difference between a medium pepperoni pizza and a folk singer?
Oh, Singer's
The
Diet 27, man. All right,
The-
let's go.
At least the pizza can support a family of 4. You can eat a family of 4.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All
As
right.
you head towards the elevators, some black shapes rise out of the floor.
Ninjas.
What?
I told you we should have taken the stairs.
Okay, I'll listen next
Spray him
time.
in the face with poison.
What the blue blazes is that?
Yeah, these materialize into ninjas as we go into our first
I
combat
knew it.
of the game.
I knew this was gonna happen.
This is
Poison
normal for you?
spray.
Ah,
I've been waiting for this all day.
So,
Nothing about this situation is normal.
when it comes to Ryuutama combat, we have 4 rows. 2 rows, front row and back row for the enemy. 2 rows for the good guys, front row and back row. You may choose which row you are in when you start. To begin with, we all roll initiative.
Woo!
Initiative is a skill, just like all the other checks.
there it is.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course. I'm rolling.
Just
I'm
can't break that
rolling
streak,
what I
huh?
did in college. I was convinced my Hunter Orange hex dice back in college were cursed.
Sam, you and me are on fire.
Before Will Wheaton was, I am.
So there are 5 ninjas. 3 stand in the front row, 2 stand at the back. And they have fixed initiatives. What we also do, whilst I put out your order, is we also go round and everyone gets to pick something that is lying on the floor around the building. Okay? So, Rachel, why don't we start with you? What's an item that's lying around?
Okay, let me think. In a office block corridor, I think there is a very tasteful potted plant that if you kicked it, you could spray kind of mud or kind of that nice potted plant, earthy stuff that's quite dry into the face of one of your...
Is it a
No.
fake potted plant? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a fake potted plant with like sandy, like fake mud to look nice. So maybe it's got like sparkles in it or something.
I have yeah.
Potting soil that's got the bits of styrofoam in it to make it look authentic.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I've got
It's
memories of
Bolo.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that could get in someone's face and just ruin their day.
Faux loam. There it is. So next, Kentucky Hawkeye, what would you like to have around the room?
I've been thinking about this one. I got an idea. There's 2 full-size metal trash cans with their lids on them.
Metal
Near
trash
the elevator.
cans. Okay, yeah.
With the lids.
We're near the back door, yeah.
Metal trash can lids. There we go. So next, Elise?
It's the 90s, and what happens in the 90s? Chia pets. So I'm gonna say there's a very large Bob Ross head that's like has chia grass for hair. Yes,
Like an
I'm
art
pumped.
installation.
A topiary.
Yeah.
A Bob Ross topiary.
I'm just gonna put down a art installation.
Can I get some art of that?
I mean, we can find out. Maybe someone will. Okay, so next around, Elsa.
Yes, so it's going to be a metal, like floor standing ashtray with a lot of cigarette ashes in it. Because
Okay, yeah.
people can still smoke inside.
Those big heavy ones that have the sand in them to keep them upright for them to put the
Yep.
cigarettes in.
Yeah. I know the
Yep.
ones.
It is
Yeah.
gross and heavy.
Fantastic. And Sam.
Oh, that's me. If we're by a desk, then I feel like there'd be like a box of thumbtacks in there.
Oh, a box of thumbtacks.
You sadistic cat.
I know.
You're the one that doesn't wear shoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure that won't come into play.
And what do I want around the room? I would like, do you know what? They're not here today, but someone's been doing some redecorating, and there's some scaffolding to reach the ceiling, and some of it is loose scaffolding. Because, you know,
They're doing a faux paint finish on the walls.
I believe there was actually like a movement against health and safety in the 90s, so it definitely is not fixed. So, right, well, we go in initiative order.
OSHA comes next week.
So we go around in initiative order. You can perform certain actions during combat. You can move to change the row you are in, but in the first round you get to choose which row you are in anyway. You can also you can do magic. You can assess the situation. Assessing the situation allows you to re-roll your initiative. Now, why would you want to do this? Because initiative doesn't just determine what order you go in, it's also how difficult you are to hit.
Ooh.
So, for example, there's much more likely of someone rolling a 5 than there is rolling a 11, for example. You can also defend, which means you spend your turn focused on defense, and all your damage is reduced by 1. You can take a hit for a teammate, or you can attack, which is your weapon's accuracy versus your target's initiative. So on our first round, I would like you to tell me where you are in the combat, first row or second row, what weapon you are using, if you have one, and what you would like to do. You can use items around the room to add a +1 to your attack roll, your accuracy check. Once the item is used, it is used. You can't use the scaffolding twice. So, Kaio, which row are you in?
I am in the front row.
You're in the front row.
Hell yeah.
And what weapon are you using?
Kaio is already armed. She takes out the hatchet that she stole from the last combat encounter. And is gonna dash forwards, right, now this I understand, and is gonna take a swing at the nearest ninja, just straight into it.
Okay, please roll me an accuracy check using your weapon. That is on the inventory page of your
Yes.
inventory page.
Yeah, and I do believe I get a +1 because I have a mastery with this weapon. Or because I'm a hunter, or because I'm a fight type. That's it.
Yeah,
Because I'm a fight type.
yeah. I've been really confused by this actually, because my character sheet did it automatically, but yours doesn't. So yeah,
Mine down, and
Add
I'm
a +1.
also gonna spend a fumble point.
Okay, spending a fumble point as well. Ooh,
Yep, so that's a +2 modifier.
+2.
Go.
So which are you hitting? You're hitting the one dead center, or one of the ones on the edges?
I'll hit dead center guy.
So a dead center guy with an 11 that will hit.
Yeah.
Please roll your damage.
Okay, and my damage is strength +1 because of that's because of the weapon mastery. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you brutally murder this person?
I mean, this is a whole parallel universe thing, and I've got this paranoia that either somehow people are following us, or weird stuff's going on. So she's just no holds barred. Ninjas do not belong in office blocks, and just gonna cleave head from shoulders.
You cleave the head from the shoulders. The head rolls, blood splatters all the way up the walls. You can choose to do non-lethal damage, everyone. You can choose to do that. The condition is that it will give you a -2 to your accuracy check. But Kaio does not do non-lethal damage. This person is brutally murdered, and blood starts pooling everywhere. So, next in the turn order, we have Dahlia.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I have, you need to know my weapon. It says axe, but I think it's one of those, like, clipper, like shears, but it has like the
pruning shears?
pruning shears. So like long handles with the blade at the curved blade at the front. So it's like a stabby thing.
Hedge trimmers.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That'll be the same. So
Okay.
sure. Give us an accuracy check. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me find your character sheet. Let's make sure you've got everything. It's down as an axe, right?
Yes.
Dahlia pots. There you are. Oh yeah, it's all set up. It's all set up and ready. Lovely.
All right.
I
That
assume
makes sense.
you are also in the front row, and unfortunately, a 4 is not going to hit.
Yep.
Next in the turn order is Young.
I'm also like screaming a little bit. Just
Yeah, so Young has an axe. And he is going to be in the first row.
Okay,
'cause
lovely.
he's smart.
So we've got 3 people in the first row. Beautiful.
Yeah.
This is fine.
So sure. It is. Now I have a question. So the thumbtacks I were thinking were not the ones that go all the way in, but the ones that are a little, they have like a little edge so you can pull them out. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know the difference that I'm talking about?
Do you mean like the little gold ones with the round?
Yeah, so like push pins. Do you know push pins?
Yeah. The drawing board pins, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was now can I? Oh, I guess this won't work with an axe. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Just forget everything I said. I'm just gonna hit somebody with my axe, please, or attempt to.
Are you using the thumbtacks?
I wanted to. What I wanted to do was I wanted to like essentially like smash the axe into the thumbtack so that it had these little things sticking out of it, and then hit the guy. But I don't know if that actually would work because
I don't see why not. This is fantasy. If you want, you could baseball swing the axe through the thumbtacks into someone. I'd allow that.
There we go. Yeah, that's so much better. Okay, I like it. So
Like
do you want
canister shot.
that to be
So you add a +1 because you are using an item.
okay. So it's gonna.
I didn't add that to mine.
No.
Oh god, there we go.
Oh, and you attacked one of the people in the front row, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you will attack this person. Please roll for damage. Critical hit damage. You also did not select non-lethal. In fact, you went more lethal with the thumbtacks. Why didn't you describe how this looks?
So I just want to Young's gonna go up and he's in a fury. He's seeing red, and so he just goes and he sees these thumbtacks, like this box of thumbtacks that probably fell off of somebody's desk, and he just goes and kind of golf club swings it at the nearest person that he sees with all his might. And he hikes and climbs a lot, so he's a pretty strong dude.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going to say the box of thumbtacks hits them. I'm going to say it's a great shot. So it hits them dead in the face, and they stay close enough together that it hits them like a mass. So they are taken off their feet and sent flying back. And when the box falls away, there's just a massive thumbtack stuck in this guy, and they're just slumped against the floor. Brutal. Well, that's 2 of them gone. There's only 1 person left in the front row. He sort of moves to the center. And they're definitely going to attack either Young or Kaio because they're doing a ton of damage. He pulls a wakizashi from his backpack. That is a small sword, for anyone wondering. How good is this guy going to be? Looking at these attack rolls so far, I might have to make him quite good. Whoops. Hang on, let's do that again. There we go. So, Young, and a 12 does hit you. They will be doing some damage now. Young, please take 8 points of damage.
Yikes.
Young,
No, thank you. I'd rather not, please.
young.
Lisa,
Yeah.
can we not have another?
I'll avenge you. My cat.
Yeah, well, they also don't try and make it in any way, like, they might have considered going non-lethal, but when they saw you guys coming out guns swinging, there was no way. So I guess that puts Young down. Right? No, you're up!
No, Young's got 10, hasn't he?
Excellent, you're fine then. What are you worrying about?
I have 16, not 10.
Great.
What?
16.
What I
Crazy.
said. I didn't put this in. Yeah.
Oof. Next, I need to know where Artemis and Finn are. Did you go in the back row or the front row?
I will be in the back row.
I'm gonna
Background?
hide in the back behind the chia pet. I'm gonna get behind the desk and like poke my head beside the chia pet head.
Okay, excellent. So, you guys in the back row, you are fine. As they pull out, the two at the back, simultaneously pull out shurikens and throw them to the side. The shuriken arcs around and slashes everyone in the front row.
I want to catch it.
Catch it with your teeth.
Can my eagle catch it?
Oh, it's a terrible roll, though. It's a terrible roll. So that is a 1. It doesn't hit anyone. Not even if they were aiming in the back row, it wouldn't work. The last samurai is going to try the same thing. 3, 6, -2. We've got 7. So that actually hit both of you. Great.
Oh, that's in the back?
Back row, this one, yeah.
Ooh, ouch, how much damage is that?
Let me just look it up quickly.
Oh, I got like 4 HP, this is so bad. It's like level 1 D&D.
Oh, it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be too bad, it says, looking. Weapon, axe, accuracy, damage is strength. Got it. 3!
Ouch.
Each of you take 3 damage.
Oh god.
Oi.
Quite dead yet.
It's okay, guys. We got this.
Do we happen to have any healing potions?
He's just almost nearly dead.
1 HP.
Well, last time we had a magician to heal people.
Save me, Bob.
Artemis, it is your turn.
So I'm guessing I'm wearing like a long jacket, like something nice, and I just like casually pull out a crossbow. I'm like, jerk. And I'm going for lethal fire, and I hide back behind Bob Ross.
I just had a stream baby with Tater.
What?
It's been 9 months. I guess we have a little spud now.
Hey, potato hollow.
We have a new potato.
Yeah, he's a little French fry.
Potato tot.
Tater tot, that's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, potato tots. Yeah. I learned what they were last season. Hey, thank you very much for the follow as well. That will put us at our follower goal, so we'll resolve a potion after this combat. So let's see. Where are you, Artemis? Are you in there?
So
D&D Elite, I
I
see you.
see my crossbow. What do I do to hit for attack?
You go over to an inventory. Yep.
All right, I'm there.
You've got your. It says longbow, but we'll call it a crossbow.
Longbow, my bad. I was just flavoring it to make sense.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. We'll leave it as it is.
Dice.
Let's just make sure your stats are right. So Dex and
I have zeros and everything.
should be in and Dex with a -2. You don't. We use different dice in this one. So you've got D8s in some things and D4s in some things. I had a little look earlier when you said you had zeros. I was worried. So your natural stats is -2. You can try and bring that -2 up a little bit if you use an item in some sort of funky way around the room.
Can I distract with Bob? Like pick up Bob and toss it at the bad guys to get him to like whack him in the head and then shoot him in the face?
So it have to be one of the things that was on the ground that we described at the beginning.
Oh, well,
So you've got the
Bob
Folome.
Ross, those things, right?
Sorry?
The Chia Pet.
Bob Ross, Chia Pet.
Yeah, you could use that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, Bob. I'm gonna throw it at the guy to ding him in the head, and then when he's distracted, I'm gonna shoot him in the chest plate. Right in the heart.
Oh, yeah, of course, Bob, yeah. Oh, I got
Yeah,
confused.
sorry,
yeah.
I named the Chia Pet.
Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. So you literally, Bob, do something! And,
Freaking trees.
Here, catch!
It's a new kind of art.
so that will take your longbow to -1. I have updated the stats for you. Please roll your accuracy check. It's on the
Okay.
left.
The ultimate in performance art.
So unfortunately, a roll of 4 will not hit anything.
Oh man, I'm terrible at this.
It's okay. It's okay.
We call Ninja Turtles. We need help.
Next, Finn's turn.
Alrighty then. I'm seeing the situation. I'd reach in my backpack and pull out my Irish harp, but instead of holding it like I'm going to play it, the part of the board that sits against me, I flip it so the top part is facing one of the ninjas. I flip a thing off the top of it and press a button. It's got a crossbow hidden inside of it.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And Finn, is that already in your character sheet, or do we need to add it?
I've got crossbow there, but it says for accuracy, strength plus
no, it
strength,
should
and I
be-
don't think that's right.
Dex in, and it should be -2 unless you would like to use an item.
Okay. Well, let's see. What are items are left?
So we've got rid of the art installation and the thumbtacks. We still have an ashtray, the metal trash can lids, the faux loam, and the loose scaffolding.
I'm gonna aim my crossbow, but not at them. I'm gonna aim at the scaffolding to make it fall down onto them.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this will hit the back row. Why don't you roll me that accuracy check?
Okay, so does it still stay at -2?
Yeah, it'd be
If I'm
minus
using scaffolding?
-1.
Oh.
There we go.
It'll
So-
go -1. And I'm gonna use one of my fumble points as well.
Do you have more fumble points?
I've got 2.
You got 2. Lovely, brilliant. Okay. So when you use one, reduce them.
Yeah, let me.
And then let's do it.
So that would take it down to 0, right? Just a
That
straight
would
roll.
take it down to 0. Nope, that's
All right,
0. Straight roll.
fire away.
A 10. A 10 will hit someone in the back row. Please roll your damage.
All right. Strength plus 0, right?
Yeah, it's over on the right there.
Okay.
6.
A big 6.
So you also didn't go for non-lethal damage. So
No.
these scaffolds.
Not when they hit me with that ninja star like that.
The scaffolds.
The Irish temper gets up. It's like, hey, enough of this stuff. If you want to play rough, we're gonna play rough. And I shoot and knock the scaffolding down onto them.
And yeah, this scaffolding, you see beams hit them brutally. They go to the ground. They don't look like they're going to be getting back up from under that. Takes us back to the top of the round. Kaio, you're in the
Alright.
front row. There is one more person in the front row with you.
Well, is this the one that hurt Young?
Yes.
Oh my god. So she would have seen Young basically get like this huge, horrible wound from this. Was it a Wakazaishi slash?
Yeah.
And we'll just go kind of like, no, Young! And we'll just do a almighty. Well, first she'll kind of do this Rock Lee style, like Konoha Hurricane kick, and try and kick the faux loam into kind of the air and get the stuff all in their face, and then follow up with a proper smash of the hatchet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say right up lethal.
Right up lethal.
You don't stab my cat. Yeah, so inventory, that's the thing. Cool. So strength plus dex, +1 for fight type, +1 for using the item.
That's it.
Okie dokie. Oh my
Oh,
god!
everyone, please increase your fumble points by 1. Kaio, what were you attacking with?
I was attacking with a hatchet.
Yeah, so as you attack with the hatchet, you attack this trained ninja. And one of the skills that trained ninjas are really good at is disarming. So as you attack, the ninja sort of spins and is now holding a wakizashi in one hand and a hatchet in the other.
This is karma?
Next is Dahlia's turn.
Okay, so am I able, even though I'm not like a healer, can I do like like some sort of medicine check and help like grant some
So let's
tear off strips of my long hippie skirt and tie it around the wounds.
Let's have a quick look. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, there is no in-combat healing.
Okay.
A successful camping check, if you were to make camp, would heal you up. Or I believe Artemis has healing abilities.
Okay. In that case,
We'll get to that, Artemis. Don't worry.
Can I have my eagle do an attack?
I will say yes, so long as it uses an item, and then it can add to your axe.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was just gonna have it like swoop down and like
Yeah. In Ryuutama,
talons to the eyes.
in Ryuutama, animals are strictly mostly pack animals, so he's mainly here for flavor, or she, they.
Sure. Pepper. So a girl.
Pepper.
Okay. So how about in order to use what do we have left? What items do we have left?
We still have the faux loam got used. We still have the metal trash cans with lids. We still have the ashtray. Those are the only two.
Okay, so I'm going to have Pepper go and grab one of the trash can lids
Uh-huh.
and like hold it up in front of Jung like a shield.
Okay, yeah, well that'll certainly be distracting.
And then
that's-
I will stabby stab.
Go for it. Unfortunately, a 7 is
I
not
should have
quite...
added a point.
7 is not going to be enough as you attack this person, and now with Wakazashi and Hatchet, they do a flurry of blades, and your clippers are turned away. Next is Young's turn.
Yeah, I would like to hit the other guy in the front row that hit me, and I'm very mad at him. That's all.
Okay, you sound furious.
I am. No. Now, do I still have that? Never mind. Nope, just kidding. Okay. I think that hits, right?
That will hit, yeah. That'll
Okay.
hit.
Maybe.
Is it enough?
You,
No!
this person looks so wounded as you bury your hatchet, bury your axe into them, but they sort of spin and shrug it off, and they're looking a bit slumped, like you know, flashing red, then normal color, then red, then normal color, maybe taking one knee in the front row. Very Final Fantasy VII-esque right now, as they look severely wounded, but they are not down.
I just want to say, or I'm just gonna say, I want to make this as painful as possible.
As painful as
How
possible.
dare you? How dare you hit me?
I think we're the villains now.
I know. Oh no. Oh no.
Double sixes, that's a crit. It's the best possible outcome, which means I do another 8 points of damage to Young.
Uh-oh.
No! I can't take the damage. So when you take the damage, it has to be on your turn.
On your turn, you have to say, I'm taking the defense action,
Okay,
And
and
then-
then that's for next time.
and then until your next turn, you can't do that. But, we'll say... No, with the crit and everything, he just hacks straight through the dustbin lid and everything, and Young falls to the ground.
Kitty!
Next is one of the people at the back. There's only one left, as the scaffolding was took out one. They are nervous about these archers at the back, and they are also going to try and fling their Morning Star to take out the row. A 6 will hit again, right? So can each of you please take 1 point of damage?
I'm at 0. I fall down.
Is that front row or back row?
Back row.
Okay.
I'm on the
that-
ground. KO.
That's my name.
I'm at 0 as well.
So the back row falls as this
We're
thing
about to get
comes
TPK'd.
across.
Fine. It's fine.
I mean,
We're
I
all a
haven't
member
lost
of the
any health yet.
fraternity. Tau Rho Kappa, TPK.
So well, with Artemis and Finn unable to take a turn, let's see now. Yeah, no, HP 0 status effects. We'll get to that shortly. So we're gonna skip over your turns. We're gonna come to Kaio.
Alright, Kaio's just losing it now. She saw her poor young go down. And she's just gonna reach down, pick up his axe, kind of swing it around. And do we have any objects left?
Yes, there is an ashtray.
The big, heavy ashtray.
So, I mean, would it be possible to kind of, I guess, just saying it for flavor, could she essentially grab the ashtray, try and smash it into their face, and then smack them with the axe as she kind of picks it up on the follow through?
Yeah, totally.
You could just grab ashes and throw them at them. But that's gross. That's so gross.
Yeah, I don't want to touch them. I'd rather have smashed glass in my hand, apparently. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, I have a new fumble point now, so I'm going to add that.
So that's +3.
Yeah, so...
I mean, what can go wrong? The only way you could possibly fail is...
I mean, I'm the only one to have had proper fumbles in this game so far, so...
Let's see how it goes. So that is a total of 10 that will hit the person in the front row.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go crazy. Strength plus 1. Let's do it.
Okay, so that is this person is down. Do you want to describe?
I think as the ashtray smashed into her face, she just does a two-handed cleave straight downwards with the axe and just kind of leaves it embedded in them.
Okay.
And into the carpet as well.
Oof. Hang on a minute, you didn't have your hatchet, did you?
Oh no, I mean the axe. I grabbed Young's axe.
Yes, of course you did. Yeah. Okay, so they are buried in the ground with a hatchet sticking out their back, or a woodcutter's axe sticking out their back. The last person sort of looks like they have turned on their feet and they're running on the spot. Dahlia, it's your turn.
Okay. This is. Can I use more than one fumble point?
Well, if you want to attack, you need to move forward a row because they're sitting in the back row.
Ah, okay. And I don't have anything I can throw. Yeah, I'm... All of these people that were helping me are falling over and not doing it anymore, and everything just, fades to black, and I'm just, going crazy. So I will advance.
You advance. That is your turn. You move forward a row.
Yes.
Next is Young's turn. Young's down. So the person at the back, they keep trying to run. In fact, they hop it around the corner. And we leave combat.
I need some CPR.
Everyone who went down...
Can I drag everyone into the elevator?
So, let's see.
It's like a murder scene.
Everyone can stand back up after the fight. Everyone can stand back up. Young, I would like you to take a permanent condition of injury 5.
What's that?
And everyone who went down who is not a permanent cast member, I would like you to take shock 5.
Where do we find
So that is on...
That's under stats.
It's under stats, yeah.
In the
There's
middle
my
to the
first
right.
time
Why
playing
did you just
ever.
hit me? I didn't lose any health in that fight. I still got 12.
I think that's what happened to me last fight. Is that everybody
That's
else
true.
went down, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even get hit.
Yeah, I didn't get hit, but I also didn't hit anything.
I didn't want Young to feel left out, you know.
Yeah,
I'm just like on my knees by the side of this cat trying to stabilize him.
So how do these impact us, like the shock and everything? Does that impact our rolls or?
So it'll say
Yes.
so like shock lowers all your dice sizes by that amount. Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm a healer, so how can I heal people? Or are we like what are our?
You
Are we
can
just like 1 HP right now?
everyone will raise back up at 1 HP. Deandelise, the spiritual hunter. Oh no, hang on a minute, spiritual hunter. I thought you took the learned healer. Did anyone take the studious
Oh, yeah.
healer?
Oh yeah.
Minstrel.
He's got the bow and
Oh
arrow.
dear. Well, with no studious healer, that means we don't have anyone who can heal. So to get your health back up, we will need a camp check. We need to go and do some camping if you want to sort your health
Dude,
out.
let's find the CEO office and party. Let's do it.
There's couches in the women's bathrooms.
I don't want to hang out in the bathroom. That's gross. Dude, I'm finding where the CEO office is. See if they have like a box of chocolates on their desk or something.
Well, it is nightfall, so the building is mostly empty.
Let's go find the best.
And they're
office.
gonna find
The
some
top
dead
floor is where the president, and I bet you the top floor is also where that paperwork's at.
I have a tent in my backpack if we need
Okay.
it.
Can we pitch the tent in the elevator and then make the elevator stop?
Okay. I'm gonna
Ooh.
go into. Wait, is the elevator here yet?
One
When
of
the
you can have
elevator gets-
pressed the button. We can have a really cinematic scene where we press the elevator button and then the ninjas appeared if you want.
Oh yes, perfect.
They jumped
So,
out
like,
of the
yeah.
elevator, right?
As the ninjas die and the blood goes everywhere and the last one runs around the corner, the elevator just dings open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I like raid the desk to see if there's any like food or anything that could help me feel better?
Yeah, you can start to do that. However, someone starts walking through the corridor.
Nope. I go in the elevator. I'm already in the elevator. I'm
Wait,
pitching.
They-
hang
I
on.
get
I'm
out my
trying to
bug
like.
spray
I'm
thing
trying
They
to.
and just acting
walk
like I'm
through-
spraying for bugs.
Walk through the blood and everything as though it's not even there.
Oh.
Walk up, open the door. Yeah. Evening, Carl. Good night. Good night.
Well,
Good night.
I'm taking my time to yank out Young's axe from one of the guys. I'm sorry, but it was necessary. I hope you don't mind I borrowed your stuff. Then I take back my hatchet, and I also take the wakizashi and add it to my belt.
Of course.
Of course.
Were the other ninjas carrying anything cool?
Some were carrying ninja stars. The one that got brutalized in the first round of combat was actually carrying a katana.
You don't mind if I take the katana? Okay, thanks. I mean, you can have the wakizashi, but I've always wanted to own one of these.
I just want a ninja star.
You can have the ninja stars. You're pretty good with like range things, I think.
I will let you have one ninja star. It has the same stats as the bow.
Okay. Oh, I don't have a bow, but I'll do that later. Thank you.
Anything good in the desk?
In the desk, I will, let's see, as we set up camp using the desk and everything. So, first of all, let's do our camping check. Young, it sounds like you're setting up the camp check in the elevator. If anyone would like to help set up the camp, we can do that too.
I
I'm
will.
happy to help.
I will help.
Oh yeah, it's gonna need help. Young is not used to setting up a tent in an elevator.
Let's see
Yeah.
here.
Can
Why
we
not?
all help?
Only one person can help.
Okay.
So Elise
Okay.
helps with the camp check. That gives an 11. That is like a pro. So you've
You've
clearly
been to Urban Outfitters many times, right?
yeah, like you're looking at Young trying to put like pegs in the ground, and you're like, no, tie to the handrails. Tie to the handrails. That's how we do this. Poles and handrails, and you can set up a reasonable camp. How does this tent look inside this elevator?
So
Mm,
cute.
like a fort.
He has a teleport.
Yeah.
Not very Bear Girls, more like fort.
So that is
but-
Young and Artemis's actions used. Would someone else then like to search for food around the desks and stuff? There should be a search for food option. Yeah.
Oh, can I use my my
I always keep
hunter
chocolate on my desk at
ability?
work.
If you can justify to me what
Alright, let
you
me
are
just-
going to hunt in a skyscraper foyer, I will
Hey,
give it to you.
foraging for
I-
food.
I am hunting for a
Foraging.
staff kitchen where there will probably be like loads of, and I work in an office, so there's gonna be a nice variety of ready meals, ranging from people who really want to spend money on like fit kitchen stuff to the people who are just like, pot noodle will do.
I agree, but that's definitely not a hunting check. That's a search for food check.
Dang it. Then I guess I'll just search for food.
I
That might
will
help.
also search for food.
Okay,
Yeah?
I'll let you do it.
You
Yeah.
each have an
There's
action
always, like,
during the
two.
camp check. So
Yeah.
Dahlia finds a ton of food. Dahlia finds all the things that Kaya
Oh,
just
Dahlia's
described.
done it, then that's fine.
Well, you can all search for food. I believe searching for.
Can I search?
You've used your action this
Oh,
round.
I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
trying to remember what other like things you have to kick off.
What else
Searching
do
for
we
food
have?
and water. So you can also look for water. We
Use
can,
the office watering cans.
Yeah, I'll go look for water. Yeah.
Just drag it over into the
Yeah.
elevator.
It'll
so
hold the
Dahlia, you will find 4 portions of food. I'll say that they range in quality. You may decide who gets what, but you only get 4.
From last week.
You could water would also be good. Someone needs to find the
Yeah.
canister.
Old office
Is
donuts.
that just another search for food roll? Or is it drinking? Or is that holding your drink?
That'd be holding your drink.
Let's not get drunk.
Let's not do that. Is there not a search for water? No, there's not. So I guess it'll be search for food again.
Probably search for food. Would you like some assistance, Milas?
Yeah.
I can't find any water in this office block, so yes.
Yeah,
Ra-
let's
Rachel
come
can't.
come over here where the
All I can
the
find
water
is
fountains
bathroom water.
Well, let's see, Finn. No, Finn, you take her over to the security console. This is clearly a water fountain, but it's not doing anything. It's like a cash point or something. It's not.
The flow's too low to drink out of it.
Yeah, even better. It's a water fountain, but there's just nothing coming out of it.
of course.
Like, you must stick your mouth on that.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's all scaly.
Someone ran off with all the Dixie cups in the kitchen.
Yeah. So we go to bed having food but no water.
Can
Um,
we drink the blood of the fallen?
Ew.
no.
Hey, I'd rather not.
I would actually say that Finn.
Bloodsuckers work in this building. We don't become them.
I would actually say that Finn probably does have a flask on him, but only enough for himself.
Oh, you get the fun flask. Not enough for the class.
With some beer, but the rest of you,
I've got my emergency count of Guinness back there in my backpack.
Do I have some very watery leaves
Drain the chia
that I
pet.
can chew on?
I am afraid if we failed the checks, Dahlia, you were just specifically looking for food, so unfortunately there is no water. Everyone except for Finn. Okay, so now Dahlia, you need to choose who isn't going to eat today, or you need to choose as a group.
I say it's Kyle, as much as I love her. But
No, that's okay. I'm a full health here, so it's fine.
I
don't eat anything.
I am not going to eat because I am so stressed. Like, I can't even think about smelling food. It's like my stomach is. What is happening? So I will not eat.
I'm stress eating old office chocolate donuts.
Okay.
Stale, but does the job.
So, everyone except for Finn gets -1 for lack of water. So Kaio, because you also don't have any food, you get -2 on your condition check for the next day. So everyone, please roll me a condition check. -1. So Finn, you can roll just a straight condition check. Everyone else rolls a -1 except for Kaio, who rolls with -2.
I'm fine.
You really are, actually.
I'm just so hyped right now.
Ah,
Oof.
I got a 6.
So
oh, that didn't do me much
One,
good.
-1, so that's 5. Yeah.
My
So-
Guinness was a bit on the skunky side.
-1, 4.
So here's where it comes in. Oh no, hang on a minute, Dahlia, did you choose not to eat, right?
Yes, but I
Yeah.
also have something because I'm a farmer.
I see a hand from Sam.
Yes, can I re-roll, please?
You can totally re-roll. Where is your roll?
I got a 5 total.
Yeah, I see. You can re-roll.
I
As a
am
minstrel, isn't
naturally
there something I
resistant to
can
ill
do,
effects.
like musically wise, that helps with people's health?
In combat, you could have given everyone +1 to their dice rolls if you forego your action, if you didn't attack.
Okay, but just during battles, not
So
during
I will
rest.
survive.
Yeah, no, not during rest.
I'm
Not
gonna
like D&D, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm thinking Bard from D&D, probably.
So here's where the condition amounts come in. What happens is the penalty. It's not that you have 5 sets of dice lowered when you have your dice lowered by shock or anything like that. It's actually to do with your condition. This roll sets your condition for the day. If your condition is below the number in your injury or shock or whatever box, then it affects you.
So what if it's equal to it?
If it's equal to it, we will say. Let's have a quick look at the character sheet. I think we can. Actually, I wonder: is there options at the top to make things do things automatically? No.
Either way, I'm fine. Just super great.
Because my shock is 5, and the total of that, my roll is 5. That's why I was curious, because you think.
Yeah. Let's go for. Put a 5 in your condition value, and let's see if it does it automatically for us. If it doesn't, then I'll give it to you.
It already says. Oh, on condition, yeah, it says 5 there as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, then we'll see if the dice update automatically. Hopefully they will. These sheets, I remember them being working really well when we played Ryuutama last season. I don't know if the code's broken or something, but it probably will go to you, I think. By the way, Sam should have had 2 free rolls. Yes, because Taylor did subscribe earlier, and I got so excited about the baby that I forgot to. Which is valid. Leave me be.
So you don't have to update anything since I used a re-roll scribe.
Yeah, that's true.
I used 1. It still
You used one
shows
earlier.
Okay, but what I haven't told you is I just haven't updated the scene yet. In the background, I had already deleted it, so I'll put a new one back in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Great, so that's your condition check. Those of you who slept badly, why? What happened?
Would I be considered a bad sleep?
I think on a 4, yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's put it this way, if you got 2 or less, you'd be unconscious.
I guess when I get stressed out and like I'm worried about something attacking us in the office, like I just have a hard time like letting myself go to feel rested. So I just had really bad insomnia.
Yeah, so let's see. The target number... We're in an office, so the target number would have been the easiest number there is, which is 6. The camping check was good in the end. You got an average of above 6, so all of you will double your health either way. This is just really flavour for the condition, why you feel like shit even though you've physically healed.
Okay, so if I'm at a 1, I just get a 2 health then.
You go up to 2 health. Yes.
Oh, it hurts. I am so pampered by D&D. This hit dice.
Yeah, lots of doubling and halving in Ryuutama.
Yeah.
He's going to an onset.
I'm still hurting from where the star hit me and all that, and all the soreness from the wounds and all that kept me up part of the night.
Yay, and Ambly, the person behind the overlays and posters, is in the chat. Oh, hi! So, now, I think you all have 2 health now, or more. Congratulations.
I'm back up to 8.
Back up to 8, nice.
Full 8.
Oh,
Wow.
I just want to say that Young was having nightmares because he went through this portal, got separated from Kaio, who's his apparent partner in crime now, and
Literal crime.
then right after he fell unconscious, which is like another portal. So like he had nightmares all night of just dreaming of getting separated again, and apparently now has some like separation issues with Kaio.
No.
He's like, I can't leave my human. That's all. That was my whole point of everything.
It's wonderful. I love it. Anyone else got any bad sleep stories? Or good sleep stories? Why did Kaio sleep so well?
I mean, it's definitely nothing to do with the people she just slayed. I think she's just really, you know, emotionally and physically exhausted after a very demanding day. So she just like curled up in that adorable kind of anime sleep. Just kind of like...
I seem to remember this happening the last time you beheaded someone as well. You then got a really good camp check immediately afterwards.
No, she just, you know,
Hitting your
after a
enemies
good
before
amount of exercise, anyone sleeps well.
I don't know if any of you might notice this. Maybe young, tossing and turning in the night, you might be noticing just how well Kaio is sleeping with blood literally on her hands.
I saved the life of my kitty cat, therefore I'm fine.
Yeah, I feel like Young, like, he woke up, like, from one of his, like, portal nightmares and is like, why is she has blood? She's snoring. Didn't this happen last time? What?
Now I'm starting to wonder if maybe she's the one that's the unseelie fae instead, since she's having so much fun killing everyone.
No.
In the elevator, there is a potion. Or at least an unmarked bottle. This one's going to go to Artemis. Artemis, as you're doing the camp check, I guess, you find this bottle.
Ooh, yay.
You are very thirsty as well. You had a -1 to your thing, so
I'm bottoms up.
please roll me a 1d100.
Okay. Digging through the dice. 26. Or do you want it on the roll
boy.
20?
Oh,
22.
no, it's fine. This is fine.
She did it analog.
It's just the description made me gag a little bit, so I apologize to everyone straight away.
Oh no.
Oh, this is be bad.
It's yellow orange. It's yellow orange colloid.
What's colloid?
Maybe that's I don't know. I'm gonna say colloid.
Colloid would be like milk. It's a solution, but it's not clear.
Ah, okay. So there you go.
Is it
Then.
like bad milk, or is it like
No, like regular
milk?
Like regular milk.
Yeah, not curdled, but yeah.
Oh, like bad though.
No, not necessarily bad, but yellow and orange, yellowy orange color.
This is like a green eggs and ham moment.
Oh,
where
do you know
it's
what that
just
reminds
good.
me of? Kind of soy milk, yellow orange colored.
Mhm.
Except
It's
this.
like the Santa Claus where he's like,
It's the taste like that's making me cringe though, because it says it tastes like phlegm.
Oh, you found somebody's sputum sample. Wonderful.
Nice.
Too late.
that's disgusting.
It's already in your mouth.
Does it feel me in any way, or did I just like get grossed out?
It
As
turned
you,
into a banshee.
as you drink this potion,
That was my banshee impression.
as you drink this potion, you summon a small creature. It's a small I've forgotten what they're called. It's like a small weasel appears.
A ferret?
The little Martin. Does it like you? Is it friendly, or is it like a hostile?
It is a little marten, and it is friendly.
It's not gonna live very long.
I'm gonna pick
More animals.
We have some donut crumbs left. I'm like, here.
Yeah.
I still
Hey,
have.
Dahlia, don't let Pepper see what she's got over there.
It's you know what they say about eagle eyes.
Not my friend. No.
Is Pepper wearing a hood? A cap?
No.
Phew.
I will let you retroactively say yes if you like.
Pepper, we're just gonna be hungry very soon.
I don't think she is.
I'm gonna
So,
like hide the Martin in my jacket, and this little head's gonna peek out.
have you ever tried hiding a marten in clothes before?
Oh no! Oh,
Is that
Not
a
now.
bad.
It immediately starts tunneling all over your body, tickling all over.
Cute.
So
Alright,
Artemis
alright,
is just
alright.
a quivering sort of mess of Martin.
Got MP squirrels in my pants.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the exact same thing.
And as this happens, you hear someone press the button on the elevator outside as it is dawn. But you're all in an elevator, so you have no idea. Someone's like, oh. The elevator seems to be busted.
Quick, set it up, someone.
Just mash the door close button, even though I know it doesn't do anything.
Sorry, it's closed. We're still trying to repair the thing. They've had us here all night trying to fix it.
Please roll me a negotiation check.
All right, where's that?
You've got to roll well. You've got to, Finn. You've had such a bad streak.
You don't know me very well, do you? Ah!
Unfortunately for you, there is literally no target number for this person because they don't really understand anything. Like, oh my god, they just get really annoyed. They're like, oh, how have you not fixed it yet? You say you've been here all night. What were you doing? Oh, I'll go use another one.
Oh my god, I know.
I know, like gag you with the whole place setting.
So, if you press the up elevator button, the button will go up. You didn't disable the elevator. You can make it go to the 54th floor if you want. Or 56th or whatever.
Yeah, should we just go up?
Yes.
Up.
So, you get to the top floor. You can see all the cubicles. Young! Everything is very familiar. The place is still empty at the moment.
This is the place, everybody.
Lead
Lots of
on!
cubicles. Oh, okay, let's go. I'm just gonna go. I'm hoping that Kaio's behind me.
Yeah, I'm like jogging after you.
All
Okay.
right, let's find this. Let's
we
find
take
the
the
deed
tent
and get
down
out of
and
here.
You can find the office. The office door is locked.
That's no problem. We have axes.
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to say.
And I have a
I
heart.
got this.
Can you give me some hard exercise checks, please, as you try and break down this door?
I sure can.
Does the door have one of those windows next to it?
Yeah, it's got a glass window next to it, yeah.
But they're hitting the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
want me to make one as well, Scrat? Or
Well, on a 9, like a professional fire, like a professional fire, what are they called? Fire person?
Firefighter?
Firefighter, yes. Thank you. Kaio slams their hatchet through the door, knocking out the panel. They can get their arm in. It's one of them doors that unlocks from the
Here's
inside.
Kaio.
Well done.
So, yeah, here's Kaio, indeed.
Telling you,
The parallels are too many, to be honest.
That door.
I'm not an axe murderer. It's fine.
Kaio, you get into the room. Everyone is very suspicious of this I'm not an axe murderer claim. Because you've definitely done some murder with an axe.
You're effective at killing things.
The door is open, but the files are not on the desk. The desk is clear.
they were here earlier. I
I
swear.
look for like if there's a thing that says in and out on the desk, like the papers going in, papers going out.
There is,
Under
but
the
it's
file
empty.
cabinets.
He's one of them people that clears his desk at the end of the day. Artemis, you go to the filing cabinets. Please do me.
Cabinets in,
We need
hide
is
them in
an
the
efficient
files.
government official.
Please do me a delicate work, I believe it's called.
Okay.
I would like to go to the garbage can.
Okay. Yeah, do me a perception check for the garbage can and see what you can see.
Are there any other doors in here? Or is this just a single room without any ancillary rooms?
This is just singular.
Okay. I was gonna look for another door to see if there was another side office or something, but never mind.
On an 8, you're pretty good. On an 8, you're pretty good. You can find the files. There is one which is filed Dahlia. Dahlia, what is your flower shop name?
Seeds and weeds.
I found it.
Deeds and Weeds. Artemis has the Deeds and Weeds file. You can pull out the folder, and
It's the seeds and weeds deed.
inside you can see the deed. You have the deed.
Which is good because I didn't find the garbage can.
Is there anything else we should
Oh,
swipe?
you
yeah,
can find out a lot about a person by their trash. See anything good?
I mean, surely
I
there's some
forgot
dubious
about-
legality to this whole operation. If there are some documents that could kind of prove this in a court of law, it might kind of solidify your case to keep the flower shop open.
And do I see anything else suspicious about this person in their filing cabinet, like tax fraud, tax evasion,
On a pretty
white collar
good,
crime?
no. But if anyone else would like to have a look, or if anyone would like
Because
to
not
help,
only would I like to prove them wrong, I want to nail them for some crime. Because
Hell
they're
yeah.
acting
I'm
illegal.
with
I
you
can take a
then.
picture if you want.
We'll call the police. Yes. Pictures,
All
yes.
I know is that he doesn't recycle.
Oh, what a jerk.
Can I help look as well?
you can.
Is this delicate work?
It is.
No better.
A delicate work that is a success. You give Artemis enough to be searching like a pro, and you find a bank statement which shows him giving money to people who will who. You basically find an invoice in there, a whole paper trail showing how he is giving money to a gang to harass
Money.
Dahlia.
Dark money. He's going to. Oh, you're gonna win this battle in your flower shop. Maybe.
But
maybe
as you do all this, you hear the elevator ding. As you see a person in a suit at the other end of the
Definitely in
room
here.
walking out of the elevator, but they stopped by the coffee machine with their back to you.
Dude, I'm stuck in the
Parkour out
back
the
of my
window.
jacket. Like, it's no big deal. And I get out my bug spray and I'm just like, everyone hide. And I'll just be like, "Doo, doo, 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 doo."
Is everyone doing that? Is everyone hiding?
No, I am just walking out like I'm supposed to be there.
Same.
I
I
jump
kind of
in-
assume at this point that they're not going to see me and Young anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I still, just for good measure, I jump into Kaio's arms.
Alright then.
Okay.
I do one of those like really big
Thirsty.
sliding steps. Like, no, I wasn't by this door. I was just walking.
So, Finn, how do you react?
Well, since I was doing the act earlier, saying that I was a temp hired by the exterminator, on that I'm acting like I'm working along with, like, checking off the places that we need to make sure we got them all covered and everything.
Okay.
Ooh,
So then, let's see. What can we have for that?
May as well be consistent.
I
Right,
will.
balls?
I will let you guys do. It feels like a negotiation. It feels like you're trying to convince someone that you're someone you're not. So I'll go for a negotiation check.
Let's do it.
Am I doing it too?
Yes.
Ooh, and earlier I had a +1 on it. Do I take that off? Because I may need to reroll.
I'm
Yes.
going to
Or-
use a fumble point.
Oh, I should have used my fumble. I'll use my first one that has the fumble. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So on a 6, yeah, 7, 7. You guys are skinnier teething it. Okay, you can tell he's looking at you all suspiciously, but he's not raising the alarm.
And then I just
I'm gonna
start
use-
work. Oh, we gotta get the hallway next. And I just start doing the hallway.
Do I need to roll one as well, Scrat?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Sorry, I
use a
saw
fumble.
3 rolls. I thought you do it already.
Yeah, I'll be like.
I'm gonna use the fumble point on mine.
Yeah, go for it.
The way I've been rolling tonight, I don't dare take any chances. Negotiation?
Negotiation indeed.
Damn, we missed a spot on 13th.
Finally!
I need to go
Something
back down
decent.
there.
You're the only person. Maybe he's just a bit of a chauvinist because you're the only person that he looks at and thinks, "Oh yeah, exterminator." He's just eyeing
Oh.
the other two.
There's a guy here. He must be in charge.
Ah, the 90s. So, you guys get out into the hall. You have the deed.
Yeah, it looks like floor 13 needs cleanup. All right, let's go, gang. I get the
Go.
heck downstairs, man.
Skedaddle, I guess.
Going back down. Ding.
Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say, boss. I'm right behind you.
Guess I'm just kind of
And
standing
act like
there.
I'm checking. Act like I'm checking this floor, signing this floor off as being done.
I'm just
So-
standing there in the elevator petting a cat with a various variety of weapons attached to myself.
Hey, you're in New York City. You fit right in.
What I'll ask for next then is a direction check to get back to the shop.
Yep.
Who's directing this time?
Direction.
I will do that one.
Young is okay. Young and Dahlia. Who's helping? Who's doing the check?
I'll do the check.
Dahlia's doing the check. Let's see. Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Because I know how to get home.
You know New York. What were you listening to them other people before? You know your way home. You can take everyone on the way home. So
It took us long enough to get here. We should know the way back.
please make me travel checks, everyone. See how you travel.
Okay. I love
All right.
I'm such a jazz
Hey.
player.
Now I'm getting the decent rolls.
Whoops.
Hey everyone, no one needs to halve their HP.
Do I not?
What did you roll?
4.
Yeah,
Oh.
9, I think.
Oh.
I got 7 and 2. 9.
Kaya,
right?
please.
Is Karma finally caught up with me?
Yeah, Kaya, please halve your HP.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Stop carrying the cat. He can walk on his own.
This is why Young's
Yeah.
doing so well. Yeah.
Carrying that cat's just wearing you out.
As
Very
soon
indulgent.
as Dahlia steps across the threshold into her shop, carrying the deed and the evidence required to fight this case, a portal opens up at the back of the shop. Blue and shimmering.
Do you see that, Kaya?
Yeah, I definitely see that one.
You should. You go in first. I'll hold your hand and go in after you. Or you can carry me.
I'm already carrying you. Like, this way we're sure to both go through at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Instead of turn back in the middle of portal time, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. I think it's time we gotta go.
Where are you going?
It's just
Away.
it's just time, you know.
This has been a very
Here,
weird
take
dream.
this with you. I reach up. I've been wearing this shamrock amulet. My great-grandmother gave me this. Carry this for luck. You'll need-
I catch it. Okay, can you hold on to this, kitty?
Please add a luck amulet to your inventory. We will give that stats next week.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. We'll miss you.
Thank you.
And we kind of step back through the portal. Super sad.
I've got a phone call to make.
Yeah.
They walk over to the wall.
And after they disappear, I reach in my pocket and grab another one. I sell these things fairly cheap. People seem to think that they're special or something. But I gotta keep my appearance up for my act.
So, we'll do a little epilogue. One thing I will say is that Dahlia wins the case and the shop is saved.
Yay!
So we can do an epilogue based on that. Kaio and Young, we won't do the epilogue with you until the end, where I will reveal a sneak peek of where you end up next. So let's go to we'll go round. We'll do you wrap up, guys. I'd like to hear what your favourite part was, where we can find you online, and all the wonderful things that you do, and also a little epilogue, just a short epilogue for your character. What do they do moving on? So we're going to skip Rachel to begin with, and go to Kentucky Hawkeye.
All right. Well, my favorite part had to be pulling off the ultimate crossbow trick shot and knocking that scaffolding down on top of the ninjas. You can't get any better than that.
Oh yeah, it was an awesome moment. Chat loved it too.
Yeah. All right. So, as far as my epilogue, well, our fine character Finnegan, Gilligan, Flanagan, Lanigan, Fogarty, Doherty, Connolly, Donnelly, McCool Jr. of the Third. After all these adventures, he sits down and writes this little folk song about this person with the magical cat that does all of these things. Becomes all the rage at all the Irish pubs on the circuit in New York City. Someone hears about it, it becomes a big one-hit wonder on all the radio stations across the country. But he doesn't let fame get to him. He knows it's just a novelty thing, and he just puts the money aside, saves a little on the side for Dahlia to make sure that the finances go good for her shop, and he just enjoys his simple life as being the musician hitting all the pubs in the city.
Oh, beautiful.
And keeps selling copies of this fake little Shamrock amulet, making people think that it's straight from the Green Isle itself, when in fact I get them all from a pawn shop down in Queens.
Fantastic. Next, Elise, same questions.
So I think the epilogue for my character, I'm gonna say they're like a witness, maybe to finding the evidence at the trial, and they're all like white collar criminals, and like they are also like money laundering and just doing total heinous things. So they end up cleaning up some crime and cleaning up the neighborhood. So, and then I'm probably friends with the shop owner now, and I'm just like hanging out, drinking tea, and talking about the latest floral arrangements. So, but anyway, oh, my favorite part. I thought it was fun sneaking in. So, it was just interesting. And anyway, I am D&D Elise on Twitter. I'm also a DM Skilled Writer. I've been kind of on a streaming hiatus, like writing like crazy. So I helped author Alistair's Horde and Undermountain the Lost Chambers, which are DM Skilled top sellers right now for Undermountain and Waterdeep campaigns. You also see me in Uncaged and some other projects coming soon to the DM Guild. Soon, maybe after I move, I'll finally get my interview stream going. I've just had some crazy life things happening, so that has been postponed. So yeah. And, thanks for having me again. I always enjoy playing.
It's always a pleasure to have you. Always a pleasure.
Real quick, I forgot to plug my stream stuff. My majority of my streaming is on the Adipose TV here on Twitch. Tuesday nights I do a leg stream using all the different Lego games that are out right now. We're in the process of wrapping up Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and on Wednesdays I have my Skyrim serial. We're doing the Adventures of Eric Rosine, and hopefully in about 2 weeks on my own channel I'll be starting up Critical Holds, which is imagine all the players, NPCs, and monsters from Critical Role placed in the WWE 2K19 game universe, and them all competing in the ring. That'll be coming hopefully within the next 2 weeks.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kentucky Hawkeye. And so, lastly, of our guests today, we have Punicornucopia.
You can pronounce it any way you want.
Punicornucopia.
That's a new one for me. My favorite part. I wish I could have talked more with the guard guy. I wanted to just like get super distracted and be like, "Oh, you're interested in this? Okay, yeah, no, we can talk. I will always talk about my animals."
Oh yeah.
And let's see. I win the court case, and I keep the building, and this whole experience like showed me that maybe I should pay attention to paperwork and like actually treat this like a business instead of just a hobby. So I like still a flower shop, also a coffee shop, and then I'm one of the first internet cafes in the city, and then just like always staying up and like trying to keep up with the trends and what's going on. So there's lots. The first thing that I go into is Pogs, and then yeah, and I just
Gigapets.
yeah,
Little
Neopets.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Tamagotchi.
that little
So
cat gremlin real had a good impression on you, huh?
Yeah, and I just keep running my cool funky business with Pepper and Harry and Mrs. Potts.
You're like the first hipster.
I'm the original hipster.
Yeah, you were hip before it was hip to be a hipster.
I was. Yes. I'm
Nice.
so hip you haven't even heard of me.
You were hipster before hipster was cool. Cool.
And let's see, most places online I am Punicorn, which is poop. Unicorn, don't get that confused again. On Twitter I'm Punicornucopia, and mostly I am just I like puns and being funny online and joining in other people's games.
So, before we go to Sam and Rachel, the portal appears. You this time you fall out of it onto a hard wooden ground. It would seem you are in a hayloft. There's hay everywhere and a ladder nearby. Nearby there is what looks to be a farmhand and a younger woman who have perhaps snuck away. And over the guy's shoulder, she looks at you and screams. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
This is more dangerous than the truck.
You know, at least they can see us this time.
I mean, yeah, we've got clear indication of that.
Yeah,
It'd be awkward if they didn't see us.
so maybe not dead. We're not starting out as ghosts next
Woo,
week.
we're not dead.
So, Sam, same questions to you.
What were the questions?
Who are you? Where can we find you online? What was your favourite part? Well, you don't get to give us your epilogue, though,
Yeah.
because...
My epilogue is that I didn't die. No, okay, so I'm Sam M Daz. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram, and yeah. My favorite part was probably realizing how much Kaio loves Young. I'm so happy. I'm like, this was unexpected, and oh, my heart. I'm just so happy. I'm gonna die. I think. Wait, did I answer all your questions?
Apart from who are you and stuff, you got distracted.
Yeah, I got distracted. Yeah. So, So just Sam M Daz everywhere.
Thank you so much. And lastly, Rachel Talinia. Also an amazing artist, by the way.
Oh, you. So yeah, I am Rachel. I am Talania. I am Kaio, who is apparently now an axe murderer. I don't know where people get these crazy ideas. But yeah, today was absolutely brilliant. It was so funny. There were so many moments that were honestly great. I loved the icky sandwich moment. I loved just the whole kind of who you're gonna call pest controller thing we had going. It was great. And I can't wait for next week. So yeah, I am Talania on Twitter. You can see me post a stupid amount of random sketches and art stuff, too much. And I also play on Mondays on the Blood on the Thames channel, where I'm playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition. Except this week we are playing Spectaculars, which is a superhero game, which has just recently, I think, completed its Kickstarter. So that's gonna be really fun. And then on Tuesday, I'm playing Witcher at Susanna Grace's channel, which is wild. So all the things going on right now, and it's just so much fun to be kind of, asked to do this. So yay!
Yay! Well, good. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the Ryuutama system. It's a fun little thing. That just leaves me, y'all. I'm looking forward to it as well. I think I'm going to go and watch one of my favourite shows, because I don't think Sam and Rachel know what I'm doing yet, which is, like, if you guys know the show, the bus thing is, like, in the opening credits. Like, I was hard paralleling that to see if anyone would get it.
So many things have copied that trope now. It's impossible.
I know. Anyway, this is my channel, you guys. Go and check out the Discord, the Twitter, and the YouTube. Discord, come and be part of a safe, inclusive place where you can learn and talk about TTRPGs and other games. Also, check out the Twitter. Over on Twitter, you can send me a DM and you can come and play. We have 5 viewer games a week. That is D&D 5e twice, Cypher System, Ryuutama, which is this game, and Monster of the Week on Mondays. Monster of the Week will be the next game you see on the channel as a viewer game. We're back in an hour or so, just over an hour, with Mortal Spheres, a Cypher System game, which is not a viewer game. What else do we have? We also have a Patreon. Go and check out the Patreon. It's actually one of the best places to support us, and you can support us for as little as $1 a month, and every dollar really, really matters. We have successfully stayed above our $500 goal, and it's been great. Next, we have merchandise. Go and check out the Redbubble. We've got some lovely merchandise. Also, check out Bird and the Storm Publishing. They are our sponsors. Bird and the Storm Publishing create content for D&D and other TTRPGs. They also, all the proceeds go to charity. So if you go and buy a t-shirt like this one, you'll be helping out someone in need. They go to different charities all the time, so check it out. Also, Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press are behind the Dark Matter Alpha, a D&D 5e sci-fi expansion, which allows you to play D&D in space or any other sci-fi system. It's a ton of fun. You should check it out. Sam, I'm all about this. I love it. Also, check out the panels. We have arasavad.com, we've got tabletoploot.com, and we've got ruinc.com. So if you want D&D accessories, if you want to go and get some dice, or if you want to get a map or cartography, go and click on one of them panels, use the special code to get yourself a discount between 10 and 15%. Also, artist Ambly is in a panel as well, so you can go and check out her artwork and stuff. She does a ton of posters and overlays for me. I think I've pretty much developed, helped her, don't get me wrong, that's bollocks. I've ordered enough stuff that she must have a portfolio just for posters and overlays by now. That nearly sounded like I was claiming some sort of credit. Yeah, go and check out her work, it's amazing. What else do we have? Nothing! Let's go and do a raid, everyone! I love our raid cry today. I think we're the bad guys. I think we're the evil guys. I'm sure Tater will post it again in a second. I can copy and paste it because I'm the worst. But yeah, we're going to go and pay a raid to Random Encounter Productions, or prod. Could just be a prod. Could be a random encounter prod. Could be an attack roll. Lovely. Thank you very much there, Tater. There we go. We're going to go and raid them. They're a ton of fun. I always enjoy raiding them because they have a really positive raid response. They welcome everyone in. So stick around to be welcomed to a new stream where they are playing some more D&D whilst my raid screen loads. There we go. So that'll be cooling down now. Thank you very much, everyone. We will see you next week here on Revising Ryuutama, and we will see you in an hour for Mortal Spheres. See you later, everyone. Goodbye now.
Everyone.
Keep on
Bye,
taking
y'all.
emotions.
Night.
There we go.